Hello everyone, and welcome once again to the We Are Streaming Way Too Late at Night stream. So, any second now, Gems of War will be updated, and we will have the Geomancer class. Apparently it started a few seconds too early, as we actually do have to wait a few seconds. There it goes. It is now reset time. Okay, so we should be able to get in. It's loading right now. Might take a few seconds before it shows up on screen. And yeah, let's go do this. As soon as we get in here, we should have a Geomancer, or at least the capability to go get it. Obviously, we need to go get it from the storyline thing. Is there a little event thingy for it? Where's the thingy? It is happening, though. Oh, it says it right there. It doesn't have the right icon. Might be glitched. But, yeah, that's not the right thing. But it does say Geomancer. That is him. There's the Geomancer event. Let's go grab the team that we mentioned on the Monday video. Actually, I lied. We're gonna need to go Finesse first. Well, actually, I'll still need some copy-paste because I believe we get to select our team for the other thing. So we'll switch into Finesse, and then we'll do the actual team. But anyways, let's go do this. And we will be maxing this pretty much immediately. And by maxing, I mean level 70. I'm not getting it all the way to 100 right now. However, at 70, we'll be able to show off pretty much everything. Because the only thing it's realistically going to get off of its final traits is a bunch of immunities. And if you're not up against those immunities, it won't even make a difference. Anyways, let's go to the class quest. There's two different ways we could access it. Let's just do it through the kingdom itself. And get there that way. Wait. I clicked explore, wrong one. Set as home kingdom, kingdom info, class quest. Oh, I've never actually seen this separate like this. That's interesting. Because normally you just click like the quest button, but it actually has like a separate thing now. I'm not sure if this was since the 2 patches ago when they adjusted that, or 1 patch ago, whenever that was. However, yeah, it's a different icon now. Interesting. Also, of course, we have this new little screen for it as well. Your city is beautiful, Torpor. Yes, and it will be even more so one day. I have learned much about stone over the centuries. May I teach you some of it, that you may help me, so we can go get the Construct Hero class. My Geomancer training has about to begin, and we just kill a bunch of things. Kill all the things, and we'll just do a standard Rowan, of course, or any quick kill team. Doesn't really matter too much. They have like 0 stats. What level are we? Good question. We're level 1,004. Oh, gosh, I can't even say numbers. 1,740 is our current level. Oh wait, that didn't one-shot? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did that not one-shot? Fine, I'll go get Finesse. Why did that not one-shot? Thought it would. Though I don't have armor set, but that shouldn't be a reason why it wouldn't hit. But fine, we'll go Rowan. We'll go with Rowan. Yeah, their stats seem slightly higher than normal. Are all the class quests like this? I guess they are. It's been ages. The last class quest we did was like, what? December of last year? Or November? I'm not sure when the class came in. It was one of those 2 months. I know the event started in November, but I can't remember if the class came in immediately or not. Because for this one it did. Like, literally the very first week. We have the class, which is pretty nice. One of the better ones to get. The other one that's going to be pretty fun is the faction. The faction comes 2 Fridays from now. Not next week, because next week is a Vault Weekend, 1 week from today. However, 2 weeks from today, we get the new faction for this place. And of course, we'll be getting 4 new troops, a new weapon, a new pet, and all that good stuff that a faction normally brings. But yeah, we'll be getting that soon. Anyways, let's go learn about gemstones, the final thing he wants to teach us, so we can go get this Construct Hero class. Also, I got caffeine. Also, hello everyone. I didn't even say all the hellos yet. Hope all of you have been having a wonderful night or morning or whatever time zone you are. As well as everyone watching after the fact, welcome, welcome. We will be covering a separate video going over the hero class, by the way. When that will be up, I have no clue. Hopefully later today, though definitely this weekend. But if nothing else, we have this video, or this stream, I should say. Anyways, hello Cookie, hello, oh, actually, let me start from the top. Hello Isabel, hello Cookie, hello George, hello Simif, hello, Neilter, hello Tyrion, hello, John, hello Barbara, hello, Hoey, hello Stardust, hello, it's, YouTube Flames, hello Logic Slayer, hello, I already said Stardust, and hello everyone else, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's go get our explosion now. Hello Lord, Canty, welcome as well. Finally the weekend. What kind of the weekend? I don't know. Do you guys consider Friday to be the start of the weekend? Probably the end of Friday. It's kind of the beginning of Friday. At least for most time zones anyways. Anyways, let's go get this Construct Hero class. Obviously there's not much story here. The main story is when we actually go through the thing. He's just teaching about some rocks. They were very profound lessons, my friends. Stone is a very profound material. It has much to teach us and much power. You have learned its lessons well. My Geomancer training has been completed, and now the thing we actually came here for, the Geomancer. So, of course, we covered this 2 weeks ago, I think, in the tier list for all the classes in the game. Well, technically it wasn't in the game at the time. However, Geomancer, really, really, really good. Is basically like Titan, but different. It's essentially Titan, but different. So the first thing you'll notice, well, two first things you'll notice, is, of course, its main gimmick is a 50% mana start to all constructs. This isn't new. Titan does it to Giants. Mechs do it to mechs. The mech hero class does it to all mechs. However, this is the second to last typing we currently don't have a hero class for. That's one of the main typings in the game. The other one that we're missing is War Gear. So realistically, when we get a new kingdom, probably next year, early next year, midway next year, whenever it is next year, that new kingdom will likely have a War Gear hero class come in, as that is the last one that does not currently have one. So as far as the main categories, obviously there's a lot of categories that don't, like gnomes and stuff like that. But as far as like the main typings of troops, like the core categories, it's the only one that's missing now, now that we finally have Construct, because it was originally Construct and War Gear. Well, it was originally Elemental Construct War Gear. We got Elemental with Elementals, of course, 7 months ago. We got Construct now, literally today. And then we're going to be getting War Gear, who knows when, probably early next year. Anyways, so this is it. It gets Stone Skin, which is great, and Infused Stone, which is probably better. This makes it super tanky, pretty much the tankiest hero class from a skull perspective, however, not from a spell or resistance perspective. While it does have a lot of immunity traits on its final one, it doesn't have as much as Monk, and its spell reduction definitely isn't as high as other ones, because I believe it gets no spell reduction? Or does it get 20%? Wait, doesn't this thing get 20%? Never mind. Hold up, this thing's actually kind of crazy, because I almost forgot, it does actually have 20% spell reduction. So not only does it have barrier on... Oh gosh, this thing's pretty absurd. It doesn't have any skull dodge, though. Also, thank you for the 25 New Zealand dollars, Andrew. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, new class hype. But, yeah, I almost completely forgot about that. It's the first mixed class, so unfortunately it doesn't have skull dodge, which can be pretty useful, those 20-30% dodges. Though that one hero class that has both is actually kind of useless, oddly enough. However, it doesn't have any dodge, but it has 50% scroll reduction, 20% spell reduction, and barrier on brown, which is absolutely insane. Let's go get it right now. So, of course, I don't currently have it leveled. Well, I have it leveled here. That's not the real level we want, though. What we don't have leveled on it is... wait, why does it not have any magic? Wait. Oh, there it is. Oh, you just don't get any extra magic. I see. I see what's going on there. Okay, it's for brown. I was just wanting to see what color it is. That makes sense. But, let's go get this thing maxed. Also, apparently they have some bundle that is exceedingly not worth it. Well, yeah, that's probably not worth it. Unless you just want it for the gems. Because everything else that it comes with, you could just literally play a Vault event, which we have next week, by the way. 1 week from today. So that one's probably not worth it. Anyways, what is worth it, or at least to me, let's go upgrade this hero class. To fully max it, it will cost you roughly 5,500. Let's go count how long it takes us to go get to basically 70. If I remember correctly, it's around 3,000 gems, which rip our gem stack. However, it'll be worth it for the class. But yeah, let's go count how much we get. Also, you do get a weapon here, though do keep in mind, you can simply get this weapon from getting 250 wins. So, one way to do this if you don't want to spend too many gems is play it like a normal class event. And by play it like a normal class event, I mean don't do the class event. And just kind of ignore it and just get it up manually. Because you can get this weapon just from 250 wins on the hero class, and you just level it manually. However, we're going to be impatient and do it now. So let's count how much gems it takes to go from literally like 0 all the way to 70. We're not going to go all the way to 100 though, but we will go to 70. So that's 30, 100. Oh, we even got, what's his name? 250. Oh, wouldn't that be funny if we pulled a mythic? 500. 850. Thought that was a mythic for a second. That was just a weapon. This brings it to math. 1,350. What hero classes are level right now? Let's see. After 1,350 gems, we are at level 40. So 1,350. 1,850. 2,350. If I could click the button. Um, 2,850. And how short are we? Okay, we'll do one more. And that means it costs us 3,350. Yeah, 3,350 is how many gems it costs us. Oh, you know what? I could have just kept track of our total amount of gems there. But yeah, it was 3,350 is how many gems it took to, let me go type that out because I will completely forget that number later if I try mentioning that in the video. Because I will probably forget that number. There we go, 3,350. But yeah, that is how many gems it costs to max the hero class from 1 to 70. Obviously, you can go to 100. Going to 100 would cost about 2,000 more gems, which we're not going to be doing. Actually, it would cost you 3,850 if I'm not mistaken in total if you want to immediately max it, which a little pricey. However, we'll stick with our 3,350. Hey, it's telling us about the new hero class we just maxed. Thank you, game. Oh, I got VIP key today. Give me those VIP keys. Anyways. I wanted to go claim all these. Alright, let's go mess with this class. So, we now have access to pretty much the entirety of the... Wait, oh, I saw level 20 there, and I was like, wait, what? Also, it doesn't retroactively update the number correctly. If I'm not mistaken, you actually have to... You either have to play a battle with it or restart the game. I actually don't remember which. But anyways, let's go test this off with the Geomancer team that we're going to do for the event. To go actually do some of the event. We're not going to do too much of it here, as we're mostly going to be messing with the class itself. But yeah, let's go get all of its perks. So, what would you run with this thing? We went over in the tier list video, but of course we'll be messing with it quite a bit right now. So you have two different options on your first tier. At least now you can see it in game, which makes it a lot easier to tell compared to that one sheet we saw it on earlier. So we can either go for immune to stun or give a random ally a random stats effect. This is super situational on if you really want to stun the first enemy or not, as unlike elementals, of course, he doesn't have any other way to stun. So we're just going to go for the stun here. Next, we can go for extra magic when using a tome, a hammer, or if used in last position. This hero class is generally not going to be used in last position. There are some very niche instances where you might, but given that's a tankier hero class, you're likely using it further up. So I'm going to give it a tome, or hammer, you know, either or. It doesn't really matter, we're probably using neither, realistically. Next, we're definitely going to go spell reduction. 20% spell reduction on an already super tanky class is amazing. It also alternatively has a 20% chance to summon an Ancient Golem when I take damage, which Ancient Golem is a brown, so if you have like Perpetual Brownstorm and everything else, could help. But it also means it might mana block you. It's kind of like Orb Weaver's trait where it summons a giant spider, but the reason why that one is so much better is, for one, it's 35% instead of 20. It used to be 50 back in the day, but it's 35% instead of 20%. But the other reason is a giant spider is green-blue, so you could actively not have it block you, and also creates purple, which is something that that Orb Weaver is generally going to be using, a purple weapon, because I believe it gets extra magic off of purple. Whereas this, it's just going to be blocking us because we're probably going to be using a brown weapon. We're probably going to have a really heavy brown team, so you're probably not going to be using it. Oddly enough, I do believe it counts as a construct, oddly enough, so convenient. However, you don't get half mana start or anything from it. Anyways, you can either go for 3 extra magic at the start of battle or 50% mana start, and by this I mean 3 extra magic at the start of battle. Obviously 50% mana start is very strong, however, it is redundant because we already have 50% mana start. This class is obviously a construct hero class, so it gets 50% already from its final trait, meaning we can simply go for magic here, which is kind of nice, meaning you can actually boost this thing's magic by 5 if you had it in last position. Is it worth doing it for that reason? No, but you could if you wanted to. Next, we have Barrier on Brown. Alternatively, I guess if you really wanted to go offense, you could go for the little bit of magic. There's some really niche situations where you might, but realistically, obviously, Barrier on Brown's going to be the way to go. It's probably one of the main reasons you're even using this thing to begin with. And then we have a very flexible mana accumulation. Unfortunately, unlike Titan, we can't get an Explode onto the board. However, we have access to either enchant, a extra purple, or an extra brown, depending on what we want to do. Given that this thing is likely going to be running with a troop that's going to have Perpetual Brownstorm, realistically, unless you're running this on like a brown Guild War day where you're going to get hard countered on brown, you're probably going to want to go into brown mana in most situations. There are some other situations where you go for either of these. It's very flexible in that regard, but I feel like more often than not with this class, you are going down the brown route. Especially if the enemy doesn't hard counter you. And while we don't have it yet, it won't really make that big of an impact on us using it. But despite the fact that it can give 10 life to all constructs, being a team that you're going to use purely with constructs, you're going to go for Fortitude, since it's just immunities. You get immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, Lycanthropy, and Devour. It's just a really good overall trait. We will not have access to it now or for the video. However, it's not too big a deal to not have it. Like it's very useful to have it for like Guild Wars and stuff. However, it won't really affect us when just doing most normal battles. So it's like it already has it already. Because unless we encounter those stats effects, it doesn't actually matter if he has it or not. And 10 life is just way too weak to ever bother running. That could be like 30 life and it probably still wouldn't be worth running compared to these immunities. But yeah, we don't have access to that yet, but we will at some point. Anyways, it gives us something to grind if nothing else. So, now that we have this class, let's go use it. So we'll use it some initially in its events, and then we'll actually go start building some teams with it, and see what this thing can actually do. Of course, slaughter, all this. Oh gosh, look at how many sigils we have! I normally don't see this many because I very rarely go this deep into an event. We're not going to be using all those, by the way, obviously. I am very much not going to be using those. But, yeah, let's see what this could do. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm pasting the wrong team. Oh, well, I'll put the class in. Which all I have to do is just change the class, right? Where'd the class go? Oh, it still hasn't updated the number. Let me see if it updates it after we do a battle. That, or we might have to restart the game. Oh, yeah, we're streaming at a pretty late time for some time zones, that's for sure. So if you need to sleep, definitely feel free to do so. The whole video will be up on the channel as well, as per usual, of course. Also, gosh, our damage is so high. Did you see that? We're doing 100-something damage. It feels so weird having that much damage. Oh, no, it's 97. Well, I guess with the... Oh, but we're getting the 5 extra magic and everything. Oh, no. You know what the extra magic's coming from? The extra 3 that we get at the start of battle due to our trait. That's what's bringing it to exactly 100. That's cool. It's actually kind of helpful right about now. Alright, so we do this. We'll instantly get our weapon. Kill them out. Rinse, repeat. Yeah, event's gonna be super easy with as many potions. Right now, I'm mostly just trying to get the initial rewards, and then we'll go mess with teams with it. This will also give us slightly more levels. So unfortunately, that will not be anywhere near enough levelage to go and do anything. Like, you know, we won't be able to go and get the final trait thing. Actually, maybe I won't do all these right now. I'll go into team building as soon as we clear out this first set. This is gonna get a little grindy, though I only intend to go for all rewards. I don't think I'm gonna go for leaderboard. Oh, we'll see. The problem is, like, everyone's going to be going for leaderboard. So going for leaderboard is a somewhat bad idea. Just because, you know, a lot of people are going to instantly max a class, giving them so many sigils. And you're competing with billions of people with so many sigils. Well, not billions, but, you know. There'll be at least a couple thousand going and maxing out the class pretty much immediately. That will have, like, double the amount of sigils we have right now. So I'll probably just not even give it a try. I'll definitely take out the standard rewards if nothing else. But there we go. Alright, this is one set. It's kind of just what we would run for the whole thing. Anyways, the more interesting thing, let's go run this class with some teams. So, let's go and, well, we have a test team over here. I guess we'll go and test stuff. So, you know the first thing I want to go test. You all already know what it is. Lord of Slaughter. This is like the thing I wanted to use this on. Though the funny thing is, I'm actually not sure what team I want to run. I know I want to run this. I'm just not sure what my whole team is. I think I want to run the Chinnabog, or whatever his name is. So we'll go with that. A weapon. Rope Dart's kind of funny. I need something that uses brown better, though. Is there a brown extra turn weapon? I feel like there's a good one, or even one to begin with. Let me just go for Rope Dart. Can't go wrong with Rope Dart. And especially with Lord of Slaughter, because we need to pick out what our target's actually going to be. And it allows us to basically have single target. Rope Dart plus a Skull Spammer, basically how this works whenever we have a team like this, is normally a Skull Spam team works from the top and works its way down. However, with a Rope Dart, as long as you don't have Stealthy, you could target out whatever the biggest threat is, move them to the front, and then kill them with Skulls, which is basically the premise of having a Rope Dart in a Skull Spam team. Anyways, we need one other thing. Obviously, our class also needs to be changed to the new Geomancer, so we can actually go and mess with this thing. And let's go and change to... I don't know, what do you guys think? I almost want to do Thrall. I really need something that uses brown. So one thing we could actually do is Mistralis. This allows us to reset the board, and also she has extra turn on brown. And she also has Enchant if we get like a kind of sticky situation. Also, we could go a different weapon and have her cover yellow if we really wanted to. But yeah, I think we'll go with like this. She isn't a Construct, though. Kind of want to go pure Construct. I don't know, what's under Construct that isn't useless that covers brown? Though, in all fairness, there's a lot of things under that category. There's a very high amount of things underneath that category. Let's see. Let's do by base rarity as well. Ooh, Ironhawk. Ironhawk's pretty fun. I don't feel like I use it on many teams, so it's not horrible. It's just obviously it's more of a farming troop. If we had a way to increase attack, Gargoyle would be okay. Having this also wouldn't be too bad. It's creates 3 brown gems boosted by all Construct allies, and we're going to have a pure team of Construct, meaning that's going to be creating a 15 brown while doing a damage poke. And that's pretty much it, because everything else on it doesn't really do much. However, that's still good. There's a lot of mana accumulation. Also gives us a backup plan for winning. The only problem is we don't have like a general mana accumulator on this team. It's a lot really brown heavy. You know what? This probably would be stronger with Mistralis. Do we just go Mistralis? I'm so tempted just to go Mistralis. It'll work out better overall. It's not pure construct, but we'll easily be able to make a different one into pure construct. This one doesn't have to be the pure construct team. Wait, did I spell Mistralis wrong? What did I do? Missed. There it is. I'm not sure why I didn't see it earlier. Anyways, let me change my banner. And we'll be good to go. So what do we want here? Probably a +1 yellow, +2 brown. I have no clue what that minus is. However, give me that. Minusing purple actually is fine, because he's going to be getting his mana off of brown in most situations. So yeah, we'll go with that, and let's see what we can do. So it might seem a little bit weird that we have +2 brown while having, technically +3 brown while having the denial of brown. However, this should work out. It's because of how much board clear we're going to have. Yeah, let's go see what this can do. Our first team with a new construct. See how a natural team does. Because the other thing we were messing with earlier was just the quick kill for the event. However, this is a real team we could actually use. Let's see how good it is. Explore 12 would be a fun area to try to test this as well. So we do 1 billion damage off of that. We then Mistralis for a better board. We then clear the board because we didn't get a better board. Basically just rinse and repeat until we win. Let's go kill out Hero because he's not stealthied. We'll go clear out the board again and get a nice Lord of Slaughter in there. Lord of Slaughter just wipes out everything. I almost feel like we need an attack buff. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Get another Lord of Slaughter. I feel like we're needing slightly too many Lord of Slaughters. And then anything kills him out. Yeah, it works out decently. Actually, do I have a second Lord of Slaughter? Because double Lord of Slaughter actually would work out pretty well. Replace out the Mistralis, go even more damage. Something else we could do is replace our first slot with higher damage. The only problem with that, constructs don't have a good skull damager. Well, other than Lord of Slaughter himself. Let me see. I just want to check something real quick. Do we have a second Lord of Slaughter? We do not. Interesting. Maybe we should craft one at some point. Anyways, I'm gonna try something else. Because this is definitely our not pure construct team. So let me see what happens if we put like a web spinner or something there. He's gonna be initially mana blocked. Oh, but he's gonna be mana blocked too much. That's concerning. Because I don't feel like he has enough damage. Like, he does feel slightly too low on damage. One thing we could do is go higher mana accumulation. Or give him the buff off the other thing. Because that's something we haven't been able to do with him. With Archdiva. And do it that way. Move that for mana accumulation. And then change our weapon to... Oh, what do we even need here? We obviously need a mana accumulation option. I'm just trying to figure out which one we'd want. Also, one thing we definitely need is test Stone Slicer option. See what we can end up doing with that. Actually, would Stone Slicer work here? Probably not, because you'd want to do it definitely on a pure construct team. And this one definitely is not the pure construct team. But yeah, I feel like he needs attack to kind of fill that gap. Just trying to think of what weapon we want. There's not an explodey weapon that has AoE, does it? Or AoE cleanse, I mean. Because that'd be very useful. Unfortunately, that is not a thing. Is there explodey construct weapon? I don't think that's a thing either. No, it is not. We have Stone Slicer, which is amazing. I think we're getting explodey construct weapon within the next few weeks, though we don't currently have one. So we can't actually use that as a option, unfortunately. I'm trying to think what else. Let's be an explodey weapon that works here. We can always do the divine one. Oh, but then it's full mana block because it's red-green. I should about to do like the elemental one. Is there a Daemon one? Daemon. That's nice, but Daemon is an Eve for whatever reason. Daemon explodey weapon. Do you exist? I would expect the answer is yes. Because why do so many things have the word Daemon in it? Why is there so many weapons that boost based on Daemon? Or do something based on Daemon? Let's make it hard to find where on earth the explodey one is. All these Daemon weapons, and you're telling me there's not a single one that explodes. That's insane. Anyways, I'm about to just put any explode weapon in this team at this point. Here, I have an Abel Crystal. Abel Crystal's fun. I think I went in that order. Alright, let's go test it this way. We do want to change our banner now, obviously. We are going to want to change to... We could actually go green and get enchant off it if we want. So we're actually going to do something a little bit weird, which you normally don't want to do with your first color. I think we're going to go for green, purple. As weird as that may seem. Purple so it feeds directly into our hero. Green because we can actually enchant off of it. So we're going to minus something like red. Because it's important that we have both suits 2 pluses. Well, then again, it's more important that we have the plus on purple. Because the only thing we need for this team is technically +1 purple. +1 brown, I guess, could help us a little. You know what? I'm about to just go purple-brown, I think. Because I don't actually want to minus something, I don't think, on this team. It's been a while since I go a double banner. Ever since we had, like, the +2 +1s, I feel like I almost never use them. Though this does seem like a situation where we actually do want to go down that route. Anyways, let's test it this way. And change to enchant, which will allow us to use the other function. Because that one's going to be changed a lot. Whatever you run for this is going to change literally based on your team. Pretty much every single time it will probably change. Alright, let's see if this fixes the skull issue. Oh yeah, we could do O'Shea Tome. That will boost... Oh, but yeah, there's one other blue. It's still good enough. There's no other elemental. Because that actually counts as a daemon. Because our hero class also wouldn't count, but yeah, it would still be fine. It's not going to get too big of a boost, though. Alright, so do we have alignment? No. Can we fix that by RNG? Yes. RNG failed us. RNG, you failed us! We're actually gonna die here. How could you? I wanted mana, and then you missed, and then you gave me a team of basilisks. I should we'll go back to team of basilisks so we can cycle it. I didn't see how much power we can actually get off of this. Because one thing that this team solves, which is also why I wanted to do it this way. Oh, I forgot to take the purple there. But it solves the needing cleanse as well. Because we have bless off of the thing. So we're going to go for this, and we should be able to just win. Because now that we have Brownstorm set up, we just click this button, and then we just kill everything. And then we click this, and then do it again. And then he dies. Like, that's pretty much the premise of this team. Like, once it works, it's going to be amazing. Because it just wipes everything. The problem is getting it going. Oh, Life and Death Weaver. Sure, we'll test it with this. Then we'll go back to the normal battles there. The biggest issue is getting it going. Once it gets going, it's fine. It's just that startup is not the greatest. Oh, we also have backup summon. Gosh, this thing has like 1 billion backup plans, this team. It's kind of nice. Unfortunately, it's not like over the top strong. It's definitely decent though. So we just do this again. It gives us all the buff we need. This will still obliterate it. Even through barrier, doesn't even matter. And we just take a skull to kill it because we hit the HP value directly. Which is actually why I wanted the attack buff. Because generally with 1 attack buff from Archdiva, we will now have enough damage. Fine, we'll take this one too. This is a pretty standard double stealthy. Oh, we've seen this a lot in Guild Wars actually this week. It's double invulnerable with double stealthy. Basically meaning if you're using Zugoff, you have to target something that has immune to insta-kill. It's a decently popular team in Guild Wars. Or at least recently it felt like it got a lot more popular. I personally don't run it on any of my defense. But I've been seeing a really high increase of it all of a sudden. As far as people using it. It only is really good against Zugoff's the only problem with that team though. Like if the enemy against you isn't using Zugoff, it does like almost nothing. That's the only reason I haven't really said it. Unless you get really lucky with the Weaver, but you might as well just do Empower into it and you'll get luckier off it more often. Or at least I feel like it's more often. That's pretty much the whole team. Just for the fun of it, let's do that. It would have been safer just to take the skull, but it's flashier to just throw down Lord of Slaughter. Yeah, I like it. It works. It does what it needs to do. And it covers pretty much everything. We have Cleanse for negative stats effects, like Entangle and all that, and Freeze. We have Resummon. We have Insta-Kill. We have attack buff, so this thing can actually go and start one-shotting things, because otherwise it two-shots stuff if you don't take enough skulls. So it's pretty much all the grounds we need for it to function. Also, we get Enchant when we take green, so we get Heroes mana passively, which is very nice. So even if we're in a dry spot for mana, we can simply just take a green and it kind of gets us going. Fortunately, Archdiva does not have full mana here. And I do not have a Cascade there, so I can't actually go for that. We'll simply take a red off of here. Lucky little extra turn from there. I'm going to take yellow and hope it surges. We did not get it. I guess we just take a green surge at this point. Lord of Slaughter, and that should be all the mana we need. How is 4 Basilisks harder than the other teams we're up against? It shouldn't be, in theory. Let's see. I literally just need 1 mana for Archdiva. How is it this hard to get 1 mana? How on earth is it this hard to get 1 mana? I still can't get that 1 mana, by the way. We're gonna go this whole battle with Archdiva casting 0 times somehow. There we go, finally, gosh. So now I can do Lord of Slaughter. I can buff him before he dies, though he's probably gonna die. Look at him survive with 2 HP. And, let me just kill him. Wait, did we just kill with a death mark? That's funny. One thing that Lord of Slaughter actually does, which almost never comes into play. Hey, we got level 75 in the class. 1 level down, 25 more to go. But one thing that you can actually do with, oh gosh, I forgot the mechanic I was about to go say. Oh yeah, he gets 1 to 2 death marks per cast. This almost always does nothing. However, ever so occasionally, it does something. In that previous battle, it did something. But very rarely does that happen. It normally likes to do literally nothing. So I'm not sure how I feel about having Chernobog on our team. Like, Brown Storm helps us a lot because it gives us that brown to like insta-kill off a Lord of Slaughter, so like that does so much. But I feel like otherwise it's doing almost nothing compared to a different mana accumulator. There's so many other mana accumulators I feel like we could get value from for it. Here's that other team again. Let's go do this one more time and then we'll test a different team. Next one I definitely want to do is Stone Slicer. The only problem with the Stone Slicer team is a lot of people might not have Stone Slicer. Actually, I want to go pull that real quick. Do you have the Stone Slicer weapon? Let's see. Do you have the Stone Slicer weapon? Yes or no? Stone Slicer weapon is the construct weapon that boosts based on how many constructs you have on your team. I cannot remember what kingdom it's from off the top of my head. But I'm curious how many people have it. Because we are definitely mentioning it as a team. Because we kind of have to, it's so strong. But the problem is a lot of people might not have it. As there's been like the teams you would use it for are very niche prior to today. Whereas now it's like insanely broken. But a lot of people might not have gone for it because, well, for one, it's an old event weapon, so you can only get it at select times. But also, it has never been, like, meta. It's never been bad, but it's never been, like, meta-defining until literally today. And we'll go shoot a team for it as well. It's not going to be, like, the most broken team in existence, but it's definitely going to be strong. That's for sure. Definitely stronger than it was, obviously. Given that it's a team used with pure construct, and now we have a 50% construct start. Which, by default, would make it way stronger. Anyways, let's go do that next. So, we don't need a lot of these teams anymore. Since we already covered a video on it. So let me go reorder my teams. So when we cover a video later, we will have all the teams good to go. Alright, next, let's just start replacing our Journey stuff. I'm pretty sure most people are done with Journey by now. But then again, some people might be starting the Journey, because I did mention it is quicker to do once you have the hero classes. So you know what? I don't know, I'll still overwrite them. Because the name tag for those are changing next week anyways. Because we don't have a Journey event next week. It's going to be a standard world event. Anyways, so this one is called Lord of Slaughter. So what would we call this? I guess we call it Construct Slaughter. I don't know, I'm going to call it Geomancer, I guess. This is Geomancer class. Geomancer Lord. Actually, I should probably name it Geomancer Skull. And this is going to be Geomancer Slicer. Actually, I'm going to call it 4X. 4X Con for Construct. Geomancer 4X Con. Okay, so oddly enough, Gargoyle's already here. So I'm going to go Gargoyle. I'm going to go Gargoyle. I'm going to go Brown Gorgulfa. Which feels weird to say because technically Gorgulfa is already brown. Which is basically the old team of like triple Gargoyle into Stone Slicer. Except now, it's even better. Because we have two things that we didn't have before. We have Chernobog, which came in on Monday, for Perpetual Brown Storm. And we have Construct Hero class, which is literally like where all the value is coming from. We can still go with triple Gargoyle if we really wanted to make it even cheaper. This is definitely the cheap team, by the way. Like the low rarity team. You could literally just go triple Gargoyle with gosh, where's the Geomancer? It's in alphabetical order and I still can't find it. Also, it still hasn't updated my level. I think we need to restart the game for it to do it because we've already gained a level. So before we go mess with this team, let me go restart the game so it shows my correct level. Because it's when you get it from, when you get EXP from the event, when you mass buy it, it's kind of like glitched initially. So let me restart the game real quick. Because that should fix our value to actually show the correct value. You don't remember when you got the Stone Slicer? Yeah, it was a while ago. It's been out for a couple years now. Like, Stone Slicer is like 4 or 5 years old, that weapon. The main gimmick with it is, we'll be showing in a moment. But the main gimmick with Stone Slicer, it's a pretty standard weapon if you just kind of look at it. Like, if you look at just this, it seems like just like the most average like hero weapon. It just deals some damage to an enemy, boosted by construct allies, then creates a mix of purple and brown. For each construct ally. If you just read that, it sounds like the most standard, like, double creating weapon ever. However, there are two things that make this really, really, really good. The first, and the main one, is you'll notice one of these colors is purple, and the other one's brown, which of course constructs use a lot of brown, but you notice the first one's purple. Guess what color it uses? Purple! So it feeds mana back into itself. The other reason this weapon's actually pretty good is, even though this particular team already has a way to do it perpetually, if you didn't, it also gets to create a Brownstorm, meaning you actually don't have to have Chernobog as your option, which is why I was mentioning triple Gargoyle with Stone Slicer, which is how this used to be ran. Actually, we could sort of just run it now. You know what? Let's just do it now. Let's go super cheap. The good old classic team of Stone Slicer with triple Gargoyle, because we already have Brownstorm. We don't get to start with Brownstorm doing it this way. However, as soon as we cast, we get Brownstorm, so we'll roll like this and see what we can do. So, I'm actually going to need to switch to Seasons, which is actually a weird instance. Normally, when you're using a magic-based team, you would actually want to go with you know, magic. However, this gains quite a bit of a benefit from actually going into Seasons. Wait, does it actually gain more damage still from magic? Yeah, it actually still does gain more from magic. So maybe we just go pure into magic then. Because it is just ever so slightly better with magic. Though you could go the other way and get a mix of both durability and magic output. Because Seasons normally only gives you, of course, attack, life, and armor. However, it boosts based on your attack. So, wait, is that actually more worth it? Let's see. So what's the difference of having... If we had one Season, that is 16 total stats, which means 5 total damage. Never mind, yeah, Seasons is still better. Hold up. Because the math on it is we get 4 attack per unit, that's 16 attack. It has a 3-to-1 ratio, meaning that's gaining 5 attack. Or 5 magic, or 5 damage. 5 damage is more than 4 damage. So, yeah, Seasons is better. Never mind. That's what I thought. Just making sure. Just have to redo the math. It's late at night. Let's see. Oh, sorry. What was your thing, Isabel? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I've been missing a lot of chat. Sorry about that. I have been reading some of it. I just don't always acknowledge every single thing. Let's see. Just reading back. Anyways. So, let's go and do this. So yeah, Seasons is more damage than running with magic for this particular team. Oh, also, we would want to set to brown here. Also, I need to change my banner. Actually, the banner's actually already correct. Never mind. Wait, did I change the banner or was it already correct? Because that's actually the correct banner. You want to run +2 brown, +1 purple. Alternatively, you could run +2 purple, +1 brown. However, it's better for the 3 gargoyles to have it more into brown. Speaking of which, to such a degree, we're actually going to put the other one into brown here. So one other funny thing is it actually comes with its own purple as well. And this is pretty useful because if you did want to go double purple with Stone Slicer, let's say, for example, which we probably will be doing for one of the other teams potentially, is maybe we might have to show 4 teams because 2 of them are going to be Stone Slicer and a lot of people probably aren't going to have Stone Slicer. Based on our poll, it's almost like half of people. However, it creates purple as one of its 2 colors. So you can actually give yourself +3 purple by having +2 off a banner and then +1 off your hero. Or alternatively, have the +1 and then go +2/+2, where you have +2 brown and then +2 into purple. So there's a lot of ways you could use that. So really good coloration on the class. There's not too many classes that get to use like every single one of its 3 colors pretty usefully. I think Monk's another one that kind of uses it like that pretty decently. But this one definitely does. Only one big issue. We do not have any way to deal with with status conditions. So the fact that we're frozen right now is exceedingly detrimental to everything we wanted to do with this team. As this team is very dependent on not being frozen and has no way to counteract it, unfortunately. Also, realistically, you're more so running this in like factions and stuff like that. So we'll get our poke. Probably should have calculated out to see if adjacent would have done enough damage. No, it was 90, it wouldn't have done enough. I had a feeling it wouldn't, which is why I wasn't going to calculate it out. Yeah, there's one big downside to this team. We do not have a good way to deal with all this free spam. As well as extra turn spam. Also, you just gotta summon. Oh gosh. Luckily, Gargoyle does get past Submerge if nothing else. I can Gargoyle kill that. Keeps buffing up his unit. Get a nice big hit there. Should probably go kill Cyclops next. Obviously, we lose our turn. However, we are gonna get a lot of value here. Could you please stop summoning? That'd be great. Alright, we need to kind of double cast back to back, so I actually want to get our mana going. This is a really bad example of this team, by the way. Mostly because it doesn't deal with freeze wall. It's not built to work against freeze, which is why this in the past has pretty much been exclusively a faction troop. And the main reason for that is freeze is definitely its worst enemy ever. As is a lot of teams. Particularly this one. Alright, let me just target onto hero. Oh, wait, that's not enough. Wait, you have spell reduction? No, I did not do enough. Oh, because we're entangled. Oh. 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 That's not good. So, Elementalist is basically the bane of this thing's existence. Last time I used a Stone Slicer team, Elementalist didn't exist. That's how long it's been since I've ran a Stone Slicer. And I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, it's kind of a auto-lose, isn't it? Though in all fairness, you're mostly using this team in more like a faction-like situation, stuff like that. But, yeah, gosh, this Elemental is hard counter in every way. Because we don't want to be entangled on this team, and we also don't want to be frozen on this team. And it has both of those two mechanics. Which I think we will lose on. We're actually going to lose to extra turn spam. Like, his whole team, other than his weapon, is just stuff he summoned. Anyways, let's go find a team that doesn't have Elementalist. If we're going to show it in PvP. Otherwise, we need to show it some other area. Of course, we rolled straight into Elementalist. There we go. Oh, nope, that's Elemental. Gosh, does anyone not run Elementalist? There we go. Dragon Guard. Let's go fight this one. Oh, is there a Imperial and Adventure board? Nice. Anyways, let me go show how this team actually works. Can we get it functioning? Alright, so we take rid of barrier. Get a billion mana. Throw a Gargoyle. Followed by throwing a Gargoyle. Followed by throwing a Gargoyle. Followed by throwing a Gargoyle. And then we win. Now that's what it's supposed to do. Did it do that on the previous battle? Not even close. But that's what the team's supposed to do in premise. It just Elementalist just absolutely obliterates it. I'd even double check to see what class he was running. Oh gosh, no. Oh no. We'll see how we do. As long as he doesn't get an extra turn, we're kind of fine. The problem is the second he gets an extra turn, we lose. No, we're frozen off the flash freeze. We're fine now. Oh wait, he has barrier. No, that's fine. We get the triple kill here. As long as he doesn't re-get barrier, he did. Oh no. Let me do that again. Good, we got silence on him. That's huge. Can you please die already? Can you please stop getting barrier? If you could stop barriering, that'd be great. I'm actually killing this out. Oh gosh, he got barrier too. Let's see. I think we have to go try getting full mana on this thing. I could try for red off of sky, but it's better just take a little bit of brown there, I think. We're frozen on red, so I can't take the other thing. Ideally, we just want to take a brown here, but we can't. We can just hope for a red surge. Did not get surge. Let's take the other brown, and then we're good to go. Alright, so we have enough hits that we can just keep poking him. The only problem is Entangle might make it so we don't have enough damage here. No, we don't have enough damage! And he regained the barrier! What is this fight? This should be enough mana to go kill him, though. What on earth is this fight? There we go. We have defeated the Elementalist, the bane of this team's existence. Alright, let me go show this in an area where it can actually function a bit better. Like, how about Explore 12? Actually, I didn't even show the Lord of Slaughter in Explore 12. Probably should have. Like, a lot of these teams are probably going to be a bit more geared towards those. Because this hero class definitely absolutely hates stats effects. That is for sure. Alright, let me go show this in like, how about Sword's Edge Explorer 12? Because generally what this team used to be used for in the past is actually factions, oddly enough. Oh yeah, there's the thing. I forgot, we got 12 of those we gotta go kill today, don't we? Oh, there's one of them. I could take in yellow first. Not like it's a color we need, but take that out. Luckily, he can't actually escape. I'm like attacking him as if he can. Though I need to target him. Why does his stats have so much higher? Oh, because he's 20% though. But yeah, generally how Gargoyle works is you cast Gargoyle a billion times and then you win. Like the second you cast Slicer, you just get all of them to full mana. And then you just win. That's pretty much how it works. Like, it's not a slow team for Explorer 12. It's not a quick team. But it is a very cheap team. Because if you get Stone Slicer Weapon, when it's available again, it'll be available in the next Drock Zoom event. Because once you have Stone Slicer Weapon, the rest of the team is, like, absurdly dirt cheap. Like, this is a really good new player team if that new player happens to be around when you can get Stone Slicer. The problem is, like many of these weapons, they only cycle back, like, once every so often. Hopefully the Explodey Construct weapon's kind of good, because you might be able to get away with doing that instead of this weapon. Oh, this weapon has the really nice benefit of having the fact that it can feed into itself. Like, it's one of the only few double weapons that's actually good. Due to the fact it feeds back to self. It has Brown Storm, which helps out Construct teams a lot. Plus, it's one of the colors that it creates. But yeah, that's pretty much how the team works. Oh yeah, I should have Lord of Slaughter. Let's go show what that does on Explorer 12. Now, this one should absolutely obliterate it. The only big concern with it is it doesn't actually have Empower on the team. So compared to like a normal, like Explorer 12 quick team, you're very dependent on what the starting board is. Oh, I also forgot to change my thing to enchant on green, which I was taking as if we'd already have full mana, but I forgot we do not have enchant on green set right now. I think I have it set to brown instead, because I changed it earlier. Oh no, we missed. Oh no, that's not good. What are you doing missing? It's not allowed. Oh, so this probably would have been better in in an area that doesn't have as much score reduction. I forgot. One thing bad about Sword's Edge, a lot of score reduction when you're not running in Rage. Because I kind of forget about that a lot of times because normally we don't have to deal with it because we're using Enrage. So it kind of just gets past it. But I kind of forgot we don't actually get past it unless we have the Enrage. Because otherwise they normally have some pretty decent bulk. I was gonna say try for blue off the sky. We actually got it. Nice. Okay. Anything else we could do here? We can take the free extra turn on there, so we can double cast this. Take the brown first, so we have triple. And now let's keep spamming this until we win, basically. 1 HP. What are you doing? But yeah, this was like the good old faction days. It's been a while since I've shown this for a faction thing. Because this used to be ran for like 20 to 100 faction, like leading up to some of the other ones. Eventually some other teams got a lot better than it. However, it could start making a comeback some to actually be ran for brown-red related factions. The only problem with that is it's competing for Guard's Avatar, which is the only real big issue these days. Because if you have all the components for Guard's Avatar, it's kind of like a lot better for faction and stuff. However, it's so much cheaper doing this. It requires no mythic. The only big issue with it is it requires Stone Slicer. Speaking of which, I think I'm about to show a second Stone Slicer team here. Okay, so this one's going to be... Actually, this one's the low team. This other one's going to be... So let's call this low rarity. Oh no, is it technically low rarity? You know what? Let's call it faction. Faction doesn't fit. Factio. Let's see, faction. There we go. Because I want to name this one Geomancer 4x Construct. Though I guess I could have just kept the name for the other one and just changed it. Geomancer 4x Con. Okay, now this one I want to test with a more diverse Stone Slicer team. You know, one that isn't just only Gargoyle. And then we're going to show one team that doesn't use Stone Slicer. We'll make that one the low rarity one, we'll see. I feel like we need another high rarity one, though. Can someone tell you where we can find the Kingdom Crashers? Is it only in Explore? No, it's pretty much everywhere. Pretty much anywhere gnomes normally exist. It's definitely not Explore only. We've been finding in PvP. Unless that's a glitch. But they're pretty much anywhere gnomes normally appear. Also, hello, Analyst. Welcome, welcome. Is it late for me? Yes, it's like 4 AM right now. And I am slightly tired. But let's keep going. Mostly just messing with a bunch of teams. We're probably going to go for about another half an hour to an hour or so. I mostly just wanted to mess with a bunch of teams, see what we could do with kind of like in first impressions for a hero class, except live. And we'll cover the video a little bit later. What do we need here? So, let's just look under Construct. We're obviously making this pure Construct. I still kind of want to use Mistralis. Mistralis is really good. You know what, maybe... Yeah, we definitely need to show a Mistralis team. Let me go get one. What is this Tack King 12? I have no clue. I think that was one of the Mythics. Oh yeah, I know what this team is now. I remember. It's Wild King. Oh, this one was actually kind of fun. You know what? I kind of want to keep this one around. The Tack King 12 was actually good. Let's see. We just have to explore 12 with Attack King if we ever want to change. Auto Goblin I don't need. I don't really use the auto battle function that much. And even if we wanted to, we could just use a standard team instead of making one specifically for it. Alright, let me go. This one's going to be called Mistralis. Let's see. Geomancer. Geomancer Extra. We're going to make this into an extra turn spam team. Alright, this one's going to be our 4x construct team. So we need that. So we need a good... Is there a good construct mythic that uses brown or purple? That isn't, what's it called? Isn't Ironhawk. But the easiest way to do this, go under construct, go into there, order it based on base rarity. Oh yeah, we have this one tank one. He doesn't use, wait, he doesn't use those colors though. Yeah, the only ones are, because Horde Mimic doesn't exist. This one creates the purple potion, which is actually kind of interesting. Because that technically has some synergy. But his final trait is so inconsistent to do anything. Let's see. What's the best Geomancer weapon? You mean for the class or just in general? In general, it's probably going to be Stone Slicer or the Explodey construct weapon that's coming in a couple weeks. Are likely going to be the main two. Wow, we really don't actually have... We need a better construct mythic that isn't Lord or Slaughter. Because I just realized we don't really have a good way to feed brown or purple into anything. Because what are we going to do? Go Ironhawk? Like, that's barely any value for a team. Like, it could kind of work. But, I don't know. It's not super good because 5 damage to all enemies when you're doing a higher fight is not that strong. This thing could be, if we set it up correctly. Get 4 armor to all brown allies, which is going to be most of our team. There's double damage against stuns, though it doesn't have any way to stun, so that's convenient. Double damage to stun while having no ways to stun. Wonderful. Because the way I kind of want to run this is run that, and then have one other option. Ideally, something that covers our colors. Which, we're mostly just missing green, so green-brown would be kind of good here. Yeah, let's do Horde Mimic now. Wait, why is it showing all the way down to there already? Yeah, why are they showing it in this category? That's weird. They're showing them as if they're legends. Well, I guess they technically are legends. That's so weird, seeing single color troops as legends like that. Anyways, that threw me off for a second, but I forgot all the construct tarot cards count as legends. Let's see, what do we need here? We definitely need green coverage if we can get it. Oh yeah, you know something really funny? Triple wall of tentacle. Oh, I think I found the cheap team. Wait. I found the actual cheap team. It's not 4x Gargoyle. It's literally, I found it. Alright, let's just start eating into these. Also, I should probably have this one for the event, because technically it would make a lot of sense to mention this one too. We mentioned it on Monday, but it also would make sense to mention it now, or you know, for the when we cover the thing later. Let's see, event. We'll eventually hit the E key. There we go. Geomancer event, skull, faction, construct, which we haven't built yet. That's the one we're actually building now. Geomancer extra turn, which is going to be the Mistralis build. Actually, it's kind of funny because currently it's elves. I mean, goblins. And there's a standard Guards Avatar team I was talking about earlier instead of running Gargoyles. However, I want to make this into... Oh gosh, what was the build I was about to go make this into? I brought this over here for a purpose and I already forgot what it was. Does anyone remember? I literally moved this up thinking of a team and... Oh, I remember now. The second I saw it, it's like, oh, yep, that's the one. You know we have to. You know we have to. What's the strongest way to use this, though? Technically Stone Slicer. Which is kind of funny. You know what? This is almost ultimately going to be just a weaker version of the Finesse team. Yeah, this is literally just weaker version Finesse. Because this is just triple Finesse into the thing. The only difference being that they start with half mana. So is it even worth it then? Oh wait, there is one big difference though. Finesse's weapon, or the one that you would use with that team, does not feed mana back to itself. This thing does. But then why would we need Wall of Tentacles then if we are going to feed back into ourselves? Yeah, it's a bit weird. Double Wall of Tentacles could actually do something interesting. Because I think we run like Stone Slicer into one other option. And then just have a Wall of Tentacle chain into one other thing. Because what's Wall of Tentacle doing? Mostly Score Reflect, me into Entangle. Gets a bunch of armor boosted by Daemon allies. Oh, it's actually a Daemon related one? Oh, that's interesting. Because this kingdom is also somewhat Daemon construct related. A new kingdom that came out. Unfortunately, the option that would be really good for that doesn't exist currently. It's Zenith. I can't wait till Zenith comes out. There's so many things it's going to be used for. But, this thing. It's a Daemon construct. So you know what? I'm actually going to retire the Wall of Tentacles team. I don't think we can use Wall of Tentacles until Zenith comes out. There's going to be a lot of things that we build around Zenith, and that's probably going to be one of them. For now, yeah, we're not going to do that. Not currently. Anyways. Oops, not what I meant to do. Grab my tribute, though. So I guess we strategically clicked that correctly. But, anyways. I might still put some other team there, though. It's not going to be the Wall of Tentacle one. I'm going to save that for once we have a natural Daemon team with it. So that's the good old Gargoyles from way back when. That's an Explodey Lord of Slaughter. That's the event team we already showed. Okay, so let's go figure out what we're doing for this 4x construct team. Oh, you know what? We could put one Wall of Tentacle in here. We could even put that as our first slot. Yeah, we can make that work. Because I do want to utilize Wall of Tentacle. It's a fun troop. It's one of the few walls that you can actually use just one of. Even though it's also really funny when used 3. Let's double check if we need to change anything else. I think we're fine here, though. And we do need to change banner, though, obviously. Oh, and class. It would help if I changed the class. We are trying to use the new hero class, after all. It would help if we actually used the new hero class to use the new hero class. Or to show it. Banner. We definitely need a +1 to blue. And by definitely, I mean we actually don't. This might be the first instance we're going purple's better. And go purple-brown. Because I believe we go double-double. Where we go +2, let's see. We basically go this. And then we go for, what else do we need changed? There's something about to change. Oh, yeah. I need to change the class perk to brown. Oh, it's already set to brown. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Let's go see what this can do now. It's going to be slightly annoying to remember, though. Because every single team that you use with this is basically going to need to have a different set for what you run for the perks. But you could definitely change pretty heavily from battle to battle. Alright, let's see how quickly we die to a web spinner team. And then we'll go test it on Explore. Where we won't die in 5 seconds. Oh yeah, the kingdom doesn't have too many weapons yet. That's why I've been using a lot of weirder ones. Because a lot of the better weapons we're getting for the Kingdom actually don't exist yet. Though they will be soon. Alright, we're not actually frozen on brown, so we're gonna do that. Is this enough damage to kill? It can be. Though realistically, it won't. Unfortunately, we did land extra turn, but we're frozen, so we did not land extra turn. Okay, he's blessed, but he's not barriered, so I can most likely kill him here. And by most likely, I mean we will RNG not kill him. Called it. Wait, did I just low roll the lowest possible roll? Did I just see a 90-something? Luckily, 25% reflect got him. Wait, let me look at that replay. Did I just see a 94? Wait, how's that even possible? Wait. Was that a 95? It was definitely a 90-something. What number did I just roll? Okay, it was a 99. We needed like 100-something. It rolls 95 to 191. It rolled a 99. Oh, gosh, I hate this troop. Like, the inconsistency is the main issue with it. Like, if we knew right now if it would kill or not kill, it would be so much better. Like, right now we know it'll kill, obviously, here. But the fact we don't in a lot of situations is the main thing that makes it super annoying to actually use. But the main premise with this team is we Stone Slicer them down over and over again until they get chipped. And then we use that troop to kill it out. That's basically the premise that we're trying to go for here. It actually working. Watch us roll a 95 or a 96. You better not. Thank you. It's almost not even possible to be that unlucky. I think there's like a few % chance we'd even roll that low. Especially twice. Also, why on earth is this person running only Basilisks? It's a lot of Basilisk. But if anyone else has any questions or any suggestions, do let me know. I know I'm kind of missing some chat. But do let me know. I will try to focus on chat a bit more. It's a little bit hard to this late at night. Because my brain is still half shut down. Do we risk it again? We'll go for it. Yeah, we got it. It's the only problem with streaming this late. As it is currently 4 AM. Let's see. I wish Gems of War Reset was at like a slightly better time. Obviously for some time zones it is. But for the American time zones, it is a very awkward time. We're going to risk a hit there. I just really hate that you have to keep risking it with this troop. However, I do honestly love how useful this troop is for once. Because this troop you almost never get to use otherwise. The Wall of Thorns, or Wall of Tentacles, I mean. I always call it Wall of Thorns. It's Wall of Tentacles. I think this is one of the only few times I've ever used Wall of Tentacles as a standalone troop without like more Wall of Tentacles in the team. That's not bad. It's always been a pretty decent troop. There just hasn't been that many teams where you can properly utilize it. And now you can. Unfortunately, we did not surge. Do I just go for blue surge here? I feel like I should. So we can get that to full. We don't have enough to kill him unless we... No, even with the highest high roll, we can't kill. So we have to do this, go for Stone Slicer, go from there. Only problem here is he might infinite loop us. Luckily, he silenced like the least consequential thing on our entire team. Out of anything he could have silenced, he literally chose the one that would give him the worst amount of value. Which is very convenient for us. I'm actually taking that brown preemptively in case we miss here. That is exactly why. That is 100% the reason why I went for that brown. I had a feeling it wouldn't kill. They really need to do something with that. It's just way too inconsistent. I feel like the issue we're starting to see with constructs, though, is beyond Lord of Slaughter, what constructs exist under Mythic? Because there are not that many options that are viable. That list is very short. Outside of Lord of Slaughter. Because it has like the rogue issue right now. Where the only reason that one team was viable was because Night Spider existed. But the big issue that rogues have is there's like 0 rogue mythics. Or at least under the viable category. Though in the case of that point, it's actually pretty much almost exactly 0. Just almost none to even begin with. Like this one has a few options, but so many of them are so bad. Aside from the few good ones. Yeah, we're gonna definitely lose this fight. I'm not sure why I'm still trying to fight it. It's a weird team. I'm not even sure if I want to show this one. I almost want to show it just because Wall of Tentacle. And Wall of Tentacle is fun. And I want to do like one team with Wall of Tentacle. But gosh, this Mythic is so bad. Oh, it's not like bad. It's just so inconsistent. And every time it fails, it's like the worst thing ever. You got it to level 97 already? Nice. Yeah, we're getting there. What are we on? 75? Obviously take us a little while because we're manually grinding a lot of it. But we're definitely not doing that this stream, that's for sure. Might not even be doing it this weekend necessarily. Over the next week, we'll slowly be upgrading it. I'm not in like a super rush to get it maxed. Like I do want to get it maxed, but given that we already have a Guild War, it's kind of weird. This actually, I believe, happened when Elementals came out as well. It actually came out during a Guild War week. And the weird thing about it coming out during a Guild War week is there's not as much pressure to max it. Because realistically, a lot of people won't have it maxed for the actual Guild War itself for those few days. And you'd want to have it maxed before the next Guild War starts. But if it happens during a Guild War, you have so much time before the next Guild War starts. Why'd I do that instead of hitting first slot? I guess that still makes sense. We can just keep Stone Slicering him until we get lucky and hopefully just kill him out. The only problem with that is there any brown troop in the entire game with extra turn that feeds mana? Because I think we need to go find that troop. It has to exist. Because one issue we're having a lot with specifically Stone Slicer is it'll create a lot of brown, but then we don't have an immediate brown option that can feed us. I know of Mistralis, of course. However, Mistralis is not guaranteed to feed us mana immediately. Alright, we did what we needed for the setup there. We'll then RNG kill him. And then we throw Stone Slicer and RNG kill the next one as well. You got this. Come on. Roll at least a 129. Watch it roll 128. You rolled a 118. Close. 10 less. Oh, he just died to reflect. We've killed a surprising number of things off a 25% reflect off the tentacle. Oh no, I think we might still show it. Also, why on earth is your team 4 Zugov? Good old 4 Zugov team. The sadder part is we could actually lose to it. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. So what I want to do now is... I don't know, did we go Stone Slicer again? I feel like I'm using Stone Slicer too much. Because we have those two. That one's just a, you know, generic weapon. That one's another weapon. That mean we'd have 3 Stone Slicer teams if I did. I want to try doing non-Stone Slicer here if we can. But the team I was thinking of kind of requires it, because I want to build into Mistralis. Like, I want to build an extra turn construct team, but it doesn't have to be pure construct. But yeah, we'll go without it. Do we need Mistralis then? Because we're not trying to loop with Stone Slicer. I also want to try building a different alternative Lord of Slaughter. I don't know, I'm kind of happy with the Lord of Slaughter team though. Maybe we might look into what explodey weapon's the most optimal. Like that one's not bad, but there might be one slightly more optimal than that one. I would have to go check like almost every single one manually though, which I'm not going to do right now. That would take too long. Probably before the video I will. Though I'm pretty sure Eyebrow Crystal is fine. This one is also a bit of a weird one, but I want to show it just because Wall of Tentacles is funny. So I still want like a really loopy one. I don't feel like any of these do loop properly, and I still want to try incorporating Mistralis. The only problem with that is it requires Stone Slicer, but then also we get less spawn off of Stone Slicer. Which leads to a weird situation. I think we can still do a brown spam team. So let's call it Geomancer Brown. You know what? Let's try building Brown Guild War. Even though Brown Guild War I'm pretty sure already happened, though console might still have Brown coming up. But let's build a pure Brown team. Like, assuming that this would be a Guild War day. So, obviously, probably going to want this guy. He's literally just going to be our Gargoyle, as you sometimes do on Brown Day. We'd want an Angry Mob, because we need a good mana accumulator. We're going to go Mistralis, and then we go Hero with a weapon, because we have to use Hero, because that's how we're constructing. And I'll give 50% mana start on our pseudo Gargoyle. And that's pretty much the only thing we're getting from the class other than itself. But it's still good, because otherwise he would not have a way to half mana start himself, because there's no Daemon half mana start currently. At least not yet anyways. I'm actually surprised, because we have like 3 Daemon hero classes, yet not a single one of them does the thing. Which is so weird. Anyways, what am I looking for? I'm looking for... Oh yeah, I'm looking for a class weapon. We definitely don't want Stone Slicer here. For coverage, we only need green. So what's a good green-brown weapon that isn't useless? Deathbringer, no. Not for this team. We already showed one with Deathbringer. We have Stone Seeker, which is actually kind of bad. It's one of them from the kingdom. Or from the, you know, New Kingdom. Did we go Deathbringer? I was kind of joking earlier, but I'm looking at our options. And it's quickly not becoming a joke. Let's see. Kind of want an extra turn weapon, but none of these actually do that properly. Also, it doesn't have to be a brown-green weapon. I kind of want it for coverage, so we have more color. But we could go any brown weapon. It doesn't have to be brown-green. I was trying to remember, does any brown weapon have auto extra turn? I don't want all colors, I mean any color. So black manacle, but it's blocked. Well, anything we click on will be blocked since we're not going green. Bronze lock pistol. Yeah, we have that crag hammer thing. It's not really worth running in this context, though. Of course, we have good old Doomed Club, which actually denies green, which actually would be kind of good. Yeah, we could go down the Doomed Club route. Doomed Club actually sounds kind of fun. Because we have Mistralis for realignment as well. I'm pretty sure we can make that work. The only problem with this team is we actually need +2 red, as weird as that may seem. And that means we'd have a +2 red, +1 brown banner. And the reason we need is there a minus green on this? No. So unfortunate. I think I still have to go for it, though. We might have to -1 on Mistralis, which might seem weird given that... well, let me double check. What are the minus green banners? Because we have to run +2 red. But we also want, like, brown if we can. There's a +2 red purple. That allows us to one-turn him a bit better, I guess. Also, it might make more sense to put Angry Mob in a safer location. Like, the safest possible location. Yeah, let's run it that way. Let's see. And then we change our banner to brown, which I believe it's already set to, so we're good to go. So this is a minus green Geomancer. It's kind of funny, because sometimes with Geomancer, you don't run any green at all. And then other times you run a ton of green because you're running like a Lord of Slaughter kind of build. It's a very weird class in that regard. Because depending on your situation, you can completely go with or without the color. Like you can use it as your primary color or just not touch it out at all. Which a lot of classes can't actually do. Normally they commit all in on one or not. It's a very weird mix in that regard. It's definitely very flexible on color. It reminds me of Titan in that regard. As Titan still has a lot of aspects that are unique enough that still makes it usable. But I like how unique it is on mana accumulation. It's actually pretty diverse with how it can be ran that way. Yeah, it's pretty much just like a brown, like, win Guild War kind of team. Oh, that's a pretty bad example of a team to fight, though. That's basically the brown Guild War. Wait, did we have brown Guild War yet this week? Didn't we already? Let me double check. Have we not had brown Guild War yet? Please tell me the answer is yes. Or, you know, no, we had it on Tuesday, or Wednesday, I mean. No. Oh gosh, are we gonna try to use it on Green Day? No, I think we should try using it on blue. Because we get Stone Slicer blue. Hold up. We need to try building a blue Guild War team. Oh yeah, definitely want to show this one. But we gotta try making blue. We gotta force a blue. I'm running out of team slots. Here, grab this one. Alright, I need a Geomancer blue. We gotta make a Stone Slicer team work. In pure blue. We can still run Mistralis, which is gonna be nice. Gosh, my keyboard is slightly off. I hit cap lock somehow as well. There we go. Geomancer blue. But yeah, we gotta make this work. That's the only one we could do it on. You said you'd do it on yellow? Did I? What team was I thinking of on yellow? Oh, I was gonna mess with that new troop. I'm pretty sure blue's gonna be more realistic. Because of Stone Slicer Mistralis. That's not pure construct. If we want to go pure construct, yeah, I guess yellow would kind of be the day. Ideally, we'd want brown day, obviously. Like, brown day is like the day to have if we want to build a pure construct team. Unfortunately, it already happened, at least on PC Mobile. Just makes it not that possible. I'm still showing a brown team, though. But, like, brown team is, like, the day you'd want to use it on. But I kind of want to see if we can make blue. Hey, you remembered for us. Thank you. Well, let me double check. What do we have under yellow construct? So, biggest issue here. Ooh, hold up. Oh. I almost forgot about the Guardian troops. We haven't utilized any yet. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe this will be a yellow team. Finesse already starting with half mana. And he gives 6, which is enough to give the other Finesse full mana. And you don't get any penalty for using multiple. The problem is, how do we yellow storm? Like, if we went multiple Finesse, like let's say 2, like, how are we going to yellow storm them? Because that becomes the immediate issue if we try running Finesse team. Eternal Sentinel would be kind of funny. I'm not sure if I want to run it with Guild War, though. Yeah, Finesse has a lot of potential. It's just we don't have a good way to yellow it. Is the big concern. Because if they have any amount of storm counter, we won't really have a good way to keep up. Yeah, we have to use Construct Hero class, so we can't go like the other thing. Because there's a hero class that's Perpetual Yellow Storm, which normally is what is used with the Strix hero class. But can't do that with while you're trying to use this hero class. Yeah, there's not that many yellow options. This is literally all the yellow constructs in the entire game. Obviously, we don't have to run pure construct, but still. Like, this is the whole list. Ethereal Sentry is kind of interesting. I just feel like it's going to be too inconsistent for Guild War, especially with Entangle. Because unless we're running some kind of weird Impervious in first slot, it's not going to work out. Also, that one other Golem tank isn't actually yellow. So we won't be able to use that. Yeah, I don't think we can get away with Yellow Day. Because what I wanted to do for Yellow Day, we can't really do necessarily, which is Eternal Sentinel. Because I was thinking, like, you know, bring her out, Eternal Sentinel, something, something. But it's going to be too weak for Yellow Guild War Day, or any Guild War Day for that matter. But we haven't really been using her much. She deals damage to an enemy, then creates a bunch of brown. I've only showed her for the one team so far. We could try building around her a bit more. The problem is we don't have a good mythic to put with it. As we're going to go into, like Mistralis or something. But then we get 3 whole less spawn, which means she's only doing 12, which makes her a lot more average compared to normal. Like 12 brown spawn, it's not horrible, but it's also not insanely good for a 12 mana cost. Like, that's pretty much like the break-even point of, like, not horrible, but still not the greatest. Your construct, I actually completely forgot about that. 5 to 7 yellow-purple stars. Summon a random Nexus trip. Problem is it doesn't create enough stars to be consistent. Yeah, I think we're going to have to give up our chances on yellow. I think we have to try blue. I really want to make blue work here. So let's double check all the blue constructs and then see what we can do. So here's every blue construct in the game. Hello, Lord of Slaughter. It is so tempting. You know I want to. You know, the second I saw that, it's like, yep, that's our whole team now. My concern is Entangle. Which makes me actually not go for it. As tempted as I am to use Lord of Slaughter, Lord of Slaughter is actually not using Guild War too often. Because a lot of the things that hard counter it are like everywhere in Guild War. So you don't tend to use it as much. Ethereal would be funny to try to use. It's very bad though. It does have a lot of barrier though, which is interesting. Ironhawk, you might notice we haven't put in a single team yet. While it's really good for farming, it's a pretty average troop. It has the Ferrous Raw problem, where it was like at one point the best way to farm in the entire game for something, and which Ironhawk is now. However, in a normal battle, it is a very average troop. It's only really good at farming stuff. I'm not sure we can actually end up using this for blue or yellow day. Like, based on our options we currently have, like, yellow day is going to be a lot better once we have, like, the Zenith thing. Because if we go click unowned or click show all, like, yellow's going to be insane once we have, oh, where's the Zenith? Isn't he a construct? Wait, is he not a construct? Wasn't he Daemon Construct? I could have sworn he was Daemon Construct. Where is he? I clicked showed all. Where are they? Is he not yellow? I thought he was yellow. Oh, he's red purple, isn't he? I believe he's red purple. Ah, he's red purple. Never mind. Oh, he doesn't even use yellow. Never mind. I don't think we can get away with blue or the other color. There's not enough options. Also, we haven't been able to use a single one of the Guardians. There's a lot of gimmicky stuff you could do with them. Let me go double check what the Guardians are. I'm just gonna literally go to the Guardian area. Because I feel like we'd have something here. There's no way there's, like, no options. So there's Courage. Humility is kind of funny. Humility can give you magic. He already had the ability to do all for Elemental, though. Let me look at the ones that didn't have the ability to previously half mana start. So these include Cunning, which is boosted by the enemy's life. If the enemy uses purple, deal double. This one did. This one did. This one didn't. However, how are we yellow storming it? Like, Finesse, honestly, probably going to gain, like, the most amount of benefit of anything. What is the most consistent yellow storm of all of weapons? Is there any that just naturally has light storm? I know some of them have it on perk. But let me just type in light storm and see what we get. Oh gosh, you're the only one that naturally does it. Without me having to go, like, data mine every single one. Because for whatever reason, typing in light storm does not bring up every weapon that has light storm. Kind of like how typing in extra turn doesn't bring up every weapon with extra turn. Because it's hidden under the perks and for whatever reason they're not searchable. So you'd have to go into a third-party source and then try checking them that way. Because there's definitely more weapons that can. Yellow Storm. High Priest, Chaska for Perpetual Yellow. Oh, wait! Hold up. Yeah, there's a trip that does it now, too. I forgot. They actually added that several months ago. Hold up. You're right. Wait. I forgot. They added this, like, 2 months ago. Almost forgot this thing existed. And by almost forgot, I mean I forgot. It deals 43 damage to all enemies, boosted by yellow gems, bless all yellow. Oh, it even has bless. Hold up. It even has bless. This thing I felt like was going to be a little bit stronger when it launched, and then it wasn't. However, I think I found the way to make it stronger. Okay, and then weapon is Wait, what's our weapon? Do we already have a weapon choice? Also, what's it telling me to try to install? No, I shall not update you right now. Wait till later. Let's see. Did I have a weapon planned and now I completely forgot what it was? His Finesse is going to double 6. You just have to get the first one going. I could have sworn I already had a weapon planned. Theoretically, we could run one of the Finesse weapons, which might be kind of funny with a Construct class. But it allows it to full mana start, and there's actually more Strix on our team than there is Constructs. So it would now actually be more beneficial to run a Strix weapon, which might seem kind of weird without the hero class. Oh, yeah, it doesn't. Wait, it doesn't use yellow? Wait. Do none of the 2 Strix weapons use yellow? Well, that could be problematic. Never mind. We can't do that. Never mind. Neither of them are yellow. Oh no, I can't do that way then. Did I have a weapon already planned and I didn't realize it? Because what's the weapon we'd actually run with this? Like, I was thinking of this and then there's no weapon though. Like, we do Stone Slicer for triple, but the problem with that is we create brown and purple. And brown gets completely unused. And it also creates Brown Storm, which would make it super bad in that regard. Like, there's always Dawnbringer, but it's not divisible by 6 in a good way. Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame actually used to be meta back in the day. It's one of those weird paid weapons. Let's see. They actually nerfed it by a lot back in the past. There's Turnip, but all the extra turn. There's Oshia's Tome, but we gave him boost ratio for almost nothing. Because we're literally only getting 1 boost, which isn't enough. We have Rope Dart, which at this point I think we're going to have to use. The only problem with that is we're going to be 2 mana short without enchant. Which almost makes me want to go enchant on this thing. Which might seem really weird that we don't use a single green but run enchant on green. I don't know, is this even worth it at this point? Like, it's still going to get a lot of value very quickly. But we're based entirely on Finesse mana accumulating. Which without a triple Finesse is kind of awkward. Because you're still going to have to manually take it occasionally. Because at this point, our banner is going to be blue-yellow. +2 blue, +1 yellow. That better minus something we're not using. Which, oddly enough, is brown this time around. Obviously, change class to Geomancer. Let's see what this can actually end up doing then. I feel like this team will flop, but I'm curious to see what will happen. Also, I still call it blue. It's yellow now. Honestly, until we get those other options, I don't think we could do it for many other colors other than brown. I think we will once we get more constructs in. But right now, I just realized I'm still set to the wrong thing all this time. Is this running it for something else earlier? There we go. Anyways, let's go back to PvP and see how much this gets obliterated to a Centaur and Zugov. Also, he has no yellow on my team that hits higher on yellow. Good job. Let's see if we can kill Zugov. But realistically, in Guild Wars, this will happen occasionally. So we have Perpetual Yellow Storm. You have Bless on Cast to all yellows, which is our entire team. You don't have any mana start, though, because of how we set up the team. So now we can Finesse. We can end Finesse. We can end Rope Dart, the biggest threat. Which, even though I've been hitting Zugov, is actually Zugov still. And then we kill him out with Skull. And then we rinse and repeat. We actually don't care about freeze too much, oddly enough. I say that. However, oh, but you could just bless out of it, though. We can bless out of it. Oh gosh, Centaur again. One of the most annoying mana accumulators in the game. We'll eventually end his turn. So we 4 times bless there. Get rid of every annoying stats effects. Which is going to be huge in Guild War. This team seems a little slow. But it's also very funny. Let's see. I'll take a yellow here. Gives us Rope Dart. The biggest issue with what he just did is it completely ruins every strategy we have with this team. Because now I can't Finesse farm. Oh, okay, we'll take that over. He literally destroyed our entire plan. Yeah, I'm about to just Rope Dart to Centaur again, though. It's probably better just to Rope Dart to Hero. I can't take that for yellow, so we're probably just going to take Yellow Surge and go from there. Oh, we could have taken purple and gotten yellow as well, because that would have been better. Oh, good. My team's back to normal. Yay. Alright, let's take red. We're not frozen on red, so we just take it for free. We didn't take it for a bunch of yellow mana here. Fortunately, that's not enough for Finesse, but it is guaranteed Surge. Gosh, our team's back to being bad. He keeps alternating it from being correct to extremely incorrect. And back and forth it goes. Alright, now I can just Finesse him to win. The only problem is we're frozen on the one thing I need to not be frozen. Though I could just simply throw down a Bless. Oh, but we're frozen on blue! No! Well, we can take that. Alright, that fixes some of our issue. I will then cleanse out by using this. Wait, why is your damage so high? Oh, I forgot. Every extra turn we take, we get more stats. Hold up, this team might actually work. I kind of forgot about that aspect. Because now we go for Rope Dart. Bring you up. Kill you with this. Boom, boom. Kill you with this. Boom, boom. And then Rope Dart, go get mana. Oh, Rope Dart doesn't get the benefit from it, though, because it's not strict. However, it doesn't really need to. Is Remorso just doing it for the real line? I don't know, should I go Mana Accumulating Weapon on it instead? I feel like we have a really big mana accumulation issue. The only concern is Finesse can't really hit Stealthy that well. And by not that well, I mean not at all. Okay, here we go. That's a good team for trying to test this team with. Anyways, let me ditch Rope Dart. We need a Mana Accumulating Weapon. I need a Yellow Explode. That has Resummon just in case we need it. Yellow Explode. Elf, no. Divine one, we can't. Strix, we can't. There's not a construct. When is the construct color going to be? Let me double check something real quick. Will this team actually become viable at any point? Because I need to check what the, I typed it wrong. The thing I need to go check is what color is the construct explodey weapon going to be when it comes out in a couple weeks? If I go to weapon, I think I just clicked on troops, fail. If I click on weapon, Explode magic +1. No, that's not the right one. Explode magic +1 gems. Grant a random stats effect to all Urska. That's not the right one. Wait, are we not getting an exploded construct weapon? There it is. It is yellow! Oh! It'll work. I can't do it right now because it's not coming out till, like 4 or 5 weeks from now. Actually, so much so, it doesn't even have an official date. However, this is coming out in about 4 or 5 weeks or so. But yeah, it's yellow. We could actually get away with it. Ooh, we can't do it now, but we'll have to use something else for now, obviously. But yeah, the construct explodey weapon is green-yellow, which means it's yellow, which means it actually does work in the context of this team, which means we could start actually using Finesse with a construct team instead of a Strix team. That'll be kind of funny. Unfortunately, that weapon does not currently exist, so it doesn't help us now. So we're going to have to use some kind of other alternative, like this ring or something. Need to figure out which one of these has the least worst perks. Why is the goblin one not upgraded? Probably because I don't want to bleed them. It also doesn't have auto extra turn, which would have been insane if they actually gave it to it, which is probably why they didn't give it to it. Because that would have been very funny. This one blesses and barriers itself. We're not really using it in a tanky location. But having bless definitely never hurt. This one also gets to cleanse itself, which is basically bless, but worse. Oh no, I think I'm just going to go flail. Summons a random Sword's Edge troop. There's a couple of good Sword's Edge troop out there. A lot of them pretty tanky. Let's just roll it this way. Is there any other exploding weapon that's not useless? Bleed first enemy and rage self, splash damage, not really. Oh, she has tome, but it doesn't work in this team. And now we change our banner accordingly, which now becomes a +2 yellow, +1 red. And perfect, minus green. Color we do not use, at least in the context of this team. Alright, anything else we can change on this team? Probably the perk. Let's see. Extra purple. Could also enchant for green, though. I don't think we need it here. Let's see how this works now. Round 2. Though we do know for sure that it'll work a lot better in the future. Also, hello, Anthony. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we do know that it'll work better in the future. So that's good to know. But for now, let's see how it does. So here's like an optimal situation. The entire enemy team is yellow, which means we get a benefit on double damage to everything. Now, if only it was always this good. If this team was always this good, that'd be insane. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Hey, here we have a weird Wyvern team. Also, why is there a random Lance Knight on that team? There's a couple teams that have been like that. Is it just defaulting to that? Because I know that used to be one of the default troops back in the day. Yeah, Geomancer doesn't have the light strike thing. That doesn't really matter too much, though. If anything, that's almost beneficial, because if you're using a team that really wants to take yellow, you actually don't want to be exploding yellows, because you're overall going to be destroying more yellow than you'd be getting benefit from. It seems kind of weird, but generally a team that... it's one of the reasons why that when you take yellow, that explodes yellow isn't that good. I can't remember the troop off the top of my head. But, generally, when you're taking yellow, or, you know, when you have a yellow-focused team, you actually don't want to be exploding yellows if you can help it. That applies to any color. Is the other reason why, the Merlantis hero class is kind of clunky, because it's used almost exclusively in pure blue team, but it has a non-removable explode blue when taking extra turn, which in a lot of situations can actually be detrimental, not a benefit. The only problem with this team in a Guild War context is we're touching the board like once every 5 turns, and I'm not sure if mana accumulation through that method actually counts as mana accumulation for Guild War. I'm actually not 100% certain on that. But we do have Resummon, we do have a lot of damage. We don't have Empower, but it's a pretty quick start overall. Oh gosh, Double Lust. Something you would actually never see in Guild War, oddly enough. I'll still fight it, though. The Geomancer trait and mana source at level 20 makes no sense. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean the fact that it gets 50% mana start? Yeah, it has a redundant 50% mana start, unfortunately. So instead you just go +3 magic. But yeah, it does have double mana start. Not much we can do about it. I'm frozen on yellow, so unfortunately I can't take that. However, I'm not frozen on blue. Though I also can't actually turn on blue, so that doesn't really help us, does it? Like, take a lot of mana. I don't think it's worth it, though, compared to just pressuring damage against Lust. This is a team you would never see in Guild War, though. As far as the team we're using now, I'm not sure if we're going to bother showing it. It's definitely a team we have to consider revisiting later, though. Because I'm really curious. I don't know, maybe we'll still show it, but I'm really curious to see how this team will function once the construct weapon exists. The only problem with that is that's not happening for like another 3-4 weeks. It doesn't even have an official date yet, though it's definitely almost guaranteed happening during this event. Or, you know, during the 5-week faction event. Oh, so I just realized our hero died. I think we ultimately just lose this now. Because that's what Lust does. The premise of Lust, or more so Double Lust, is you get 2 kills. Like, that's this whole gimmick. You just get 2 kills and hope whatever is left just dies to, like, mass resummon. This is, like, literally the entire premise of Lust. That is her whole entire game plan. Is get a double kill very quickly and just hope that's enough to win. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. This time it probably is going to be enough. Let's see. Yeah, this one's definitely not worth using for Guild War Day. Though it might be once it has the other option. But realistically, I still feel like... Oh, you got me kidding me. 1 damage off. I still feel like Brown Day is going to be the only realistic day where you can get away with using a team like this. Or, you know, using pure Geomancer team. Because the options we have is pretty nice. This isn't 4 times Construct, but it is, you know, Geomancer base. Or basically using it to mana start a Gargoyle, or, you know, the new Gargoyle. Instead of running in a power or something else, we have a half mana start Gargoyle. Alright, problem with this team. We have no cleanse. And I don't have Orpheus Metal set right now. Are we frozen on green? Oddly enough, we are not. Which means we can actually take this safely. Only problem with that is we got no value from doing so. So we're just going to do this again and hope we get lucky. We did in... Oh no! We're frozen on blue! No! Okay, we can convert away everything. Hit over for big damage. Unfortunately, we are entangled there, so it's going to do a lot less. I think we're going to lose there. Gonna lose. Gotta resummon though. At least he resummons not frozen. Though he immediately gets refrozen. So if I can get a good Doomed Club here, we might still have a chance. Problem is we're doing it through Entangle. If nothing else, that is a team you would see on Guild War Day. Has all the aspects of a very annoying Guild War team. It has a Doom weapon. It has double Empower. And it has an infinite Loop Troop. Everything you would expect from a Guild War team. The entire kit of everything that makes Guild War annoying to do. Let's see, I'll take that down. Oh, 1 mana short. Wait, what's my banner right now? Did I readjust banner? I don't feel like we should be 1 mana short. Do I not have any brown set? Because I should have +1 brown. It'd be kind of weird if we don't have that set. Maybe double check after this fight. Because I wonder if we're using a team like this with no plus brown. But yeah, overall, my thoughts on the hero class is I feel like it has like the monk issue. Slightly even more so than monk. And that is that on paper, it actually seems like it's really good. But in practice, it's super situational. And that's where I'm definitely feeling with this class right now. Like, it's definitely not a bad hero class. It's definitely high up there. But it is going to be very situational when you actually bring this out. Also, it is so bad against freeze. Like, every single team you'd ever build this thing around is so bad with freeze. Oddly enough, that one yellow team we had has so far been, like, the least one affected by freeze. But in a Guild War context, you would lose so much score for using this team. Oh, when it works, it's going to work amazingly. Like, the moments when this team works is a lot of fun. Oh, no, I might still show this one. When it works, it's nice. The problem is the many instances where it doesn't. Let's see. I'm actually going to Skull Pressure here. I'm not going to do it the other way. I'm actually going to take this one down. And then we just finesse into what's pretty much a win. We take out his biggest threat, throw it down again. Actually, I'm going to do it with AoE because this should double tap when there's only one left, and that's enough to kill him. And then we win. And we got Bless. Yeah, finesse but 50% start's kind of scary. The problem, though, is you have to dedicate an entire troop just to storm him. But beyond that, it's actually not that bad. But you do have to waste one slot for storm, but if nothing else, at least it has Bless attached to it. I'll try for Purple Alpha Sky here, I think. I did not get it. Oh yeah, what's my banner right now? I think I'm set to brown. Which this team actually doesn't use any. Would need to set it back to purple if we were actually like legitimately using this. We don't have enough damage with the other one, so I'm just going to secure kill. Even that's a little overkill. Should I bless now? I feel like we should wait a turn before we bless. Is that enough AoE to kill him? I sure hope it is. It is not. Actually, yes it is. Never mind. Hold up. We can kill him with AoE there. We're frozen on everything, but we can just unfreeze. But then he's just going to refreeze us, so it's kind of unfortunate. I think I actually take extra turn here, as weird as that may seem. Because I'm now just going to cleanse, and then we just start winning from there. So we cleanse. Takes a little bit of damage, but out of everything to take damage on our team, that's like one of the least consequential ones. And then we just keep casting Finesse, basically, until we win. And then we win. I don't know, it's not horrible. I feel like if you use this in Guild War, you'd score like 9,200 though. But since we already lost once this Guild War week, I might still try it just for the fun of it. Even if we go like 3-2. Hopefully we won't. But I feel like we'd still mess with it just for fun. This team does get better once we have the better explodey weapon though. And we'll definitely have to remember to revisit this team. I almost just want to cover it just so I remember later. Like, hey, you should go revisit this team. Because this team will get better once we have the construct weapon. We need the construct explodey weapon because it's green-yellow, which is actually very beneficial to the concept of this team. And then it also gets to buff 3 troops ourselves and the 2 other ones. Because right now we're buffing nothing. It's currently buffing Sword's Edge troops, which is nothing on our team. But once we have the other one... actually, what's the perks that it gets? Please tell me it's something good. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? We just saw it over here. Where'd it go? We're literally just looking at it. There it is, Construct. This one right here. It didn't recognize it because it had a broken spire thing next to it. Chaotic, no. Mechanical, no. Flaming. It doesn't get anything too good. It gets to burn first enemy. But yeah, everything that's perk-wise doesn't get anything too good. Because mechs gaining 1 armor is kind of pointless because it's construct weapon. Why would you even get that? Flaming is just burn the first enemy. Eliminate 2 points for a random stat of the first enemy is not going to do much. And gain 4 armor is also just not going to do much. So unfortunately, it doesn't really get anything good in perks. I was hoping it would maybe have something insane. But nope. Okay, we can go cleanse out of everything. I really need yellow, but there's no way to take yellow. I'm tempted to take red there. Just to have it. Though now we're 1 mana short. Alright, we really need cleanse. It would also allow us to actually cast them. And then we take our yellow. And then we finesse until we win. Because we finesse right there. Finesse right there. Mana accumulate and hopefully land extra turn. Did it. And let's match. Nothing you can do now. Here, have a bless. Yeah, it functions. It's not the greatest team, but it definitely functions. But yeah, I feel like the biggest opportunity cost we have in using Geomancer overall is we're not using Elementalist. I feel like if Elementalist wasn't so broken, Geomancer might get used more. But the 4 times disable on it, like that's so much value on a tank class like this that the construct synergies just aren't good enough to justify not using Elementalist in most situations. There are a few fun ones though. Definitely a few fun ones. Archer, Titan, Elemental, Orb Weaver, Thief. Bar 2 Stormcaller as well. There was classes you would always run with the rest. Not as much Monk, maybe sometime. Yeah, Monk is very situational. The main gimmick with Monk is he has the most amount of cleanse. You can also feed it mana while it's mana blocked. There's also some weird shenanigans you could do with AI to make it get more mana. Yeah, my favorite too is probably Geomancer Skull. Like, out of every team that we messed with so far, well, this is just for the event. That's not really a proper team. This is to get the class event done. But as far as, like, actual teams, the Lord of Slaughter Skull team, and probably the Guild War Brown are my 2 favorites so far. As far as, like, teams we can end up doing with it. Because this was just for the event, you know, standard class event team. This one was for factions, mostly just to show the old Gargoyle team with finally having Construct Hero class, something that we've been wanting, like, pretty much always. However, there's so many options now compared to back in the day when this was a team that it's not as viable now. But it's a great alternative if you happen to have this weapon but not have Guard's Avatar. Though, realistically, it is probably more likely for someone to have Guard's Avatar than it is to have Stone Slicer. Because Stone Slicer hasn't really been good for a while. Here's one just to kind of show Wall of Tentacles, because I definitely want to, just for the fun of it. It's also, oddly enough, are only 4 times Construct. I think that's the other issue we're finding here, too. Is until we have more good Constructs, which will be coming out throughout the kingdom as well, we have a bit of a lack of, like, good Construct composing. I feel like the main one that will change this is Zenith. Like, the amount of potential this class has is Zenith exists. There's, like, 2 troops. Lord of Slaughter and Zenith. Like, that combination, like, literally, like, Lord of Slaughter, hero with explodey weapon, which we know now is green-yellow, which actually is only blocked on 1 color, meaning you could feed it on yellow but if you place it behind Lord of Slaughter. Because the team is basically going to be most likely Lord of Slaughter, or maybe a Zenith in first slot if you want to play it a little bit safer. Like, Zenith first slot, Lord of Slaughter, hero with explodey construct weapon, with another Zenith in last slot. Like, that's going to be the team. Like, the reason you bother bringing out Geomancer. The problem with that right now is you can't do that. Because we're missing an explodey weapon, which comes in a couple weeks, and we're missing double Zenith. The first one comes, realistically, for most people, in a few weeks from now. And when free-to-play finally gets it, like, a couple months from now, is when we can actually, like, truly use this class. Which is slightly unfortunate, because that means it'll be probably, like, 2 or 3 months before we could truly use the Geomancer properly. Because that's going to be, like, the team. Is going to be, if you're playing it risky, it's going to be Lord of Slaughter, the explodey construct weapon, double Zenith. Like, that's going to be the Geomancer team. It's a super heavy, just throw a billion Doom Skulls and million negative stats effects onto the enemy team. It's very hard countered by freeze, but as long as you get your weapon going pretty much immediately, cast it in and just kind of go from there, you're going to be good to go. Could even be a really quick Explore 12 team. The only issue that might have is, the attack stat, because even if you're running 3 seasons, I believe it's still double hit for him to kill. If he had enough Doom Skull simultaneously, it would still kill though. Oh no, but that's probably going to be like the team to use Geomancer with, or at least among one of them. But we need access to Zenith, particularly double Zenith, but even just a Zenith is when that will start really taking off. And another construct weapon. It'll also allow people to actually have a construct weapon, since a lot of people might not have Stone Slicer. But it's definitely something we'll have to revisit again. Oh no, I think for now I'm kind of happy with these teams. So let's go show the 2 that we like the most then. Which is Guild War Brown and the Lord of Slaughter team. Or at least the one that's used without Zenith anyways. Oh, I found a Zenith! At least we technically have a Zenith. We have one right there. See, we got Zenith. Let's see. How do I stop him from extra turning? Let's take this over. He still gets mana, but he doesn't extra turn. Unfortunately, not much I could actually do with this board. I think our best bet is just take Brown, hope it surges, and go from there. I'm actually going to take it this way, though. I moved hero to first slot, which is not good. We're also entangled because of that, of course. We also lack mana, which is also concerning. I think we just take a Brown and go from there. Brown, hope it surges, and go crazy. It did not surge, it's very unfortunate. We also don't have alignment, but we could also go find ourselves alignment by casting this, and then casting this, and then winning. So we'll clear the board with that. Throw this down again. Oh, not quite yet. Double check if we have alignment first, and just win off of that, and there we go. Because I think we can legitimately run that for Brown Guild War. Anyone on consoles, have you had Brown Guild War yet? Because I know on PC Mobile we have. Let's see how it does against another Guild War team. So here's a pretty standard, actually probably the most standard. Like if you're building, oh, well, it was. Never mind. But if you were going to build like the most standard form of Life and Death Weaver, it's this team. It's Lammer Stew, Orb Weaver with Life and Death. It's not here anymore, but Arachnian Weaver itself. And King Avalon. That's like the safest, most consistent, like standard way to build that team. That's not the way I build it on my thing though. But that is like the correct way if you're going to do it like most optimally. I generally build it slightly different though, just because it throws people off. Because this is like the way you would kind of expect it to be. Sometimes one little switch can actually be stronger, not because it's stronger, but because people are used to the this method. And they might underestimate something else that's on your team. Oh gosh, he got summoned. That 35% that has a 99% chance of happening. Hello Wild! Welcome, welcome. Oh, so we almost have all the crowns done. Just from testing this, which is kind of funny. Let's go do one more. Oh no, not against Lust. Show me natural Guild War team. There we go, that's a natural Guild War team. We were talking about Wisp the other day as well. Who brought that up? Because Wisp actually used to be meta back in the day. It has Stealthy, it used to have Empower. And it dispels all enemies, which at one point made it the strongest dispel in the game. And it charms a random enemy, which does damage to 2 adjacents based on their attack value. And then jumbles the board with an automatic extra turn gain. Back when this had Empower, which gave it a 10 start instead of 7 out of 10, it was like the meta. Like there were so many teams that ran double Wisp. Because it was the best way to dispel. It was turn 1 charm. And you had auto extra turn on it. So you could just spam a couple of them. In some situations, if you spammed, most teams didn't run 3, but if you ran 3, you would actually normally pick up a kill. Though double would normally be enough that you just poke something and it cleans them up. Also, I think we just lost to it. It's still strong. It's still a very strong option. What did I give him that he got that many turns? I know I'm like half asleep right now. It's because it's so late at night. But what on earth happens that went so wrong that he got that much value that quick? Xbox already had it. Yeah, most would have probably already had it by now because we only have 3 Guild War days left. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, we'll mess with this team, go mess with the other one again real quick. Actually, let me go bring them to explore real quick. There's too many really annoying things in PvP right now for me to focus on. I do not have enough brain power right now to focus on a billion different meta teams. Let's go mess with this in Explore 12 real quick, and then we'll show the other one. But yeah, my current verdict on this is it's definitely an A tier hero class, not an S. Honestly, every issue that Monk has is the exact same issues this hero class has, with the main exception being Monk does not have a half mana start, if I'm not mistaken, whereas this does. But like every other similar issue that Monk has, this one has. And I think the biggest issue right now... Oh yeah, I never handed out a code. Hold up, let me go hand out a code. Let me go do that right now, while we're kind of chatting and messing with the last few things. But I believe the biggest issue right now, and we'll have to see what happens with Elementalist class, but there's too much of an opportunity cost to use like any tank hero class that isn't Elementalist in almost every situation. Like the thing that you're using has to be like perfectly optimal to justify using it instead of Elementalist. Which, Titan, there are some rare situations where you still can and feel other like that. But as far as Barrier Brown, like tank hero classes are concerned, you almost have to, like 95% of the time, use Elementalists. Which leaves very little room for Geomancer and literally every other option. But this could change a little bit once we get some. Some of the strongest teams for this still do not exist within the game, and will very soon. Double Zenith or even single Zenith with Lord of Slaughter is going to be insane. We don't have the Explodey hero weapon yet. A lot of people don't have Stone Slicer, so, you know, when Stone Slicer comes back around, that'll open up some more opportunities. Because, like, 2 or 3 of our teams use Stone Slicer. Maybe not that effectively, but they do use Stone Slicer. You know, they're not bad teams. There's teams that are, like, very situationally used. Like, one of them was the old faction team that used to get ran before Guard's Avatar kind of did its role. And stuff like that. Still a great cheap alternative, if nothing else. Alright, let me do this one last time here, and then we'll go mess with the other one. Which actually set up a little bit more to actually do Explore 12. It's not meant to be specifically Explore 12 team. Though out of any of these teams, it probably is the best one at doing it. Not this one, but the one we're about to show after this one. This one's set up to be Brown Guild War. Which, it would be fine for Brown Guild War. Like, if we didn't have Brown Guild War, I am confident enough with this team to use it for my Brown Guild War day. And if I remember, I might do it on next Guild War. Like, I'm confident enough with this team it will win. Like, we'll probably 5-0, definitely at minimum 4-1. The only thing that might get us is Elementals going crazy. Hey, we got an Anu. But, let me go show the other one now. But yeah, I would be confident enough to use that on a Brown Guild War day. Not as my permanent team, but definitely to try it out like once or twice. And then, of course, we have Lord of Slaughter. Though before I cover the video, I do need to double check to see if any of the other explodey weapons are better. I just kind of put this in so I wouldn't waste as much time on stream. But I need to go double check most of the other ones to see if any of them are a little bit better. I really wish in-game you could search the invisible perks, or, you know, the extra perks that they have. The fact that you can't is kind of very annoying. There's third-party tools that you could do for it. Like Terran's World, Gems of War database, stuff like that. However, I wish there's a way within the game to search them properly. Because it doesn't search the extra perks. Like the extra 9 perks that weapons have. Or the extra 10, I should say, because the Mythics ones actually have 10 of them. But those extra perks, whenever you search for something, does not show up. For example, if you type in extra turn, Rope Dart will not show up. Because the extra turn is from its extra perk, not actually on the weapon. Also, this entire battle, I haven't actually cast the main gimmick of this team. I'm just like leaving it sit there. Because the main gimmick is the second we have full mana on Archdiva. Like, ideally, we want this weapon to not block Archdiva, if we could help it. Which means we'd want it to be a brown... but we don't want it blocking the other thing either. Gosh, well on earth would we make that? You know what? I almost want to do it this way. Hold up. Wait, could we actually make this stronger? Why does Hero have a mana accumulating weapon? We don't need one necessarily. We have Gorgulfa. Yeah, we have half mana Stark Gorgulfa. Why do we have this? We could technically actually replace this out for Rope Dart. Or something similar. I'm trying to think. Is there anything that does damage based on the attack that's also hero related? I know there's a couple troops that do it. He's like, almost want to do it based on his attack. That or almost just go for a standard skull weapon. We can actually do that because we're going to have excess brown. You know what? We'll go Writhing Staff here. I haven't run Writhing Staff for a while. It's a pretty good weapon. There's actually a lot of situations where it's very viable. And now we can change our banner as well. We can actually commit to brown... double brown something. I don't know, brown purple is actually not horrible. Is there a double brown purple that's not horrible? Yeah, minus in green doesn't really hurt us much. I think we're perfectly fine to minus green. And then we set the class to like even more brown. Though we could also go double on double brown, double purple if we really wanted to. But I'd rather go heavier into brown since we have brown storm perpetually. I'll do it with Writhing Staff. It'll work out better this way because we really don't need a second mana accumulator. I'm not sure why I had it. I guess maybe because of resummon? We really don't need resummon if we're running this primarily for Explorer. In a PvP-like situation, it'd be better to have resummon. But in something like factions, it's not relevant. I mean, not factions, I mean Explore 12. Like if we're using this as the Explore 12 option. Which is this particular instance right now we are. Okay, do we want a Writhing Staff yet? No. Ideally, we want to get this guy to full mana. Somehow he's still not at full mana. And it was killing him that way. And then click it again, and he's dead. That's not a bad Explore 12 team. Obviously, Zugof's still quicker. It's hard to compete with Zugof. Zugof's just like such a near flawless team. Let's see. Oh wait, do they have 2 different redeem code sections now? Is that why my page kept glitching out? Because I've been getting an error on that page the last week. Has it been happening to other people as well? I was mentioned on that one stream though, I didn't really see many replies to it. And by many, I mean like any. Though someone might have it, I just didn't see it. But has anyone else been having an issue with the redeem code page? Because I've gotten like 3 errors on it this week. Like anytime I wanted to use the code, it was working. But I have noticed the page has been erroring lately for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Oh, why did I think that would kill? Well, I was thinking in my head was, oh, he only has 6 HP left. But then I forgot he has the entirety of his armor value because Lord of Slaughter ignores it, however that weapon does not. I'm not sure why I was thinking that would kill. I was just in the mindset like, oh, Lord of Slaughter's hitting through their armor, so will our weapon. Although that actually would be cool if this was true damage scatter instead of physical. Unfortunately, it's not. It's already a good weapon even without it, though. But that would definitely make it even better. Although in all fairness, literally everything almost would be better if it had true damage. There are some very niche situations where something doing true damage would actually make it worse. But more often than not, something hitting directly onto their HP value is almost always a benefit. There's just some very niche situations where it would actually be detrimental. Oddly enough, one of them is Guild Wars. It's not too big a deal. Like, you don't lose that many points for just going for straight HP as long as you don't take too much damage back. The main reason why true damage isn't necessarily good in Guild Wars, even though I run a decent amount, is you have less damage potential to do on the enemy. Because if you're hitting only their HP, you're theoretically hitting for half as much damage in a sense. Which isn't an issue as long as they don't hit you a lot. But if they hit you a lot with physical, like enough to tear past your armor, you're actually going to lose a lot of points in Guild Wars if they tear past your armor, but you kill them all with true damage. Because even though they're all dead and you're all alive, they might have actually done more damage than you. Due to the fact that they were hitting your HP and armor, where you were just hitting their HP directly. It's not that big of a point difference, like we're talking a couple hundred, but it adds up. Which is why I normally don't mind running true damage. Because if it goes flawlessly, you still score the same high score. And if it doesn't, you just lose a few hundred points but still win. It's better to get a few hundred less points and win than to lose. Which unfortunately we lost last night. So for the rest of the week we might run some pretty gimmicky teams then, since we already took a loss. We'll see. Because generally after we lose like the flawless streak, I tend to just run whatever. It's a great opportunity to just kind of mess around with whatever we feel like running. Without really needing to worry about losing. Like, still we want to win, obviously, but, you know. Like, there's less, like, of a incentive to try to win. If we're not going for pure flawless. Also, can you please get your win condition? You're literally 1 mana off. Also, why did I just take the extra turn from the board? But there we go. Also, why am I doing this as Sword's Edge? Sword's Edge is actually a relatively bad location. I was mentioning this earlier, but one of the reasons why it's not too bad with a normal team is because you have Enrage. But with a team like this, it's actually kind of bad because everything has so much score reduction. But anyways, guys, there's a redeem code as well. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions anyone want me to go over? Otherwise, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And, oh yeah, we get to mess with Nabusa later. So later tonight, we'll mess with the hero class a little bit more. We'll go show Nabusa, which came out today, technically. Technically it came out on Monday, but you know. If you're going with the standard amount of unlocks, it unlocks today. So we'll be going over that tonight, as well as more shenanigans with the hero class. Obviously Guild War today. I believe it's, what color was it again? Yellow day. Oh yeah, that's why I'm wearing a pink shirt. Because I can't wear yellow on screen because of green screens. Yellow and green are both those two issues that tend to green screen. Though I found a brown shirt that doesn't seem to green screen anymore, which is nice. But my yellow and green both green screen on my green screen. Green for the obvious reason. Yellow because it's like a greenish yellow screen. So yellow still has enough green in it where it's like, nope, gets green screened. But anyways, guys, we will have a more focused video going over the hero class a little bit later, hopefully today. If not today, definitely this weekend. Hopefully later today, but I'm definitely going to crash. And after I do a couple other things today, not sure if I'll be able to get it out before the stream tonight. And if I don't get up by the stream tonight, realistically, it's going to be done Saturday morning. So expect it probably on Saturday, but I'll try to get it out today if I can, if I have the time. But if not, of course, this stream will hold as our little overview of the hero class. But I do plan on making another video more focused only on the hero class, without all the other filler and messing around with stuff, where we just go over a bunch of teams, the strengths and weaknesses of the hero class and all that. But basic summary is it's definitely an A tier. It's kind of like monk category. Elementals being so strong makes it not as viable. However, once we have a few more constructs come into the game, like Zenith, like that one explodey weapon for constructs, a few other options like that, it definitely has a lot of potential. The big issue with it compared to, like, let's say Titan is Titan already has all of its good options. Like, all the good Titan giant synergies that are in the game, like, it already has them. The biggest issue with Construct is they're still in the process of adding them as we speak over the next several weeks and so. So it'll probably be a couple months before we truly get to see the potential of Geomancer. But for now, it stands as a pretty, like, decent hero class. It's just, there isn't too many situations you'd run instead of Elementalist. Elementalist is just too strong at the moment. I'm really curious to see if they actually are ever going to nerf Elementalist. Because that will change a lot of things whenever they do, if they do. There's a chance they won't. However, I feel like the nerf they'll do, if they ever nerf Elementalist, I think the nerf is they're going to make his final trait have a 25% chance to trigger, which is going to be a huge nerf. However, if you think about it, like, that's kind of in range where other things already are, because it does 4 stats effects. So if I had a 25% chance that I just did all of them at once, it's still technically doing 1 stats effect per cast. Not in the sense that it would, because I don't think they would be independent. I think it would just be 1 all or nothing, 25% if they were to change it. But that would still come out to effectively, even though all 4 would hit simultaneously, it would come out to effectively like 1 stats effect per extra turn. Like that I feel like would be the change that they make. Because there's already a lot of other things that are kind of already do that in the game when they do too many stats effects. I'm actually surprised that that one didn't have it. But no, we'll see what happens with Elementalist in the future. Because that will kind of determine like what happens with Geomancer, like once we have all the options. Because even once Geomancer has all the options, it's still worse than Elementalist, obviously. Like without a question of a doubt. At least in current state. But even after the fact, it might still be slightly worse, we'll have to see. Because you have to keep in mind, there's so many good synergies off of Elementalist that it has on top of that. And the downside of it needing a 50% mana start isn't even like that bad because Mirage Queen is so good. Like it's so good, we could actually even incorporate it into some Construct teams. I didn't for any of the teams we went over during the stream. However, you definitely could get away with it. Yeah, we might add a team or two or switch out one of them for when we cover the video as well. But overall, yeah, Geomancer's okay. It's definitely a way above average hero class, but it definitely has its flaws, but we'll have to wait and see over the next couple weeks once it gets all the options. So time will tell. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll catch you guys soon. I'll be back tomorrow night, or tonight. Well, depending on your time zone, I guess maybe tomorrow night. But, you know, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time as always, we'll be going and messing with the hero class, doing the normal daily cycle, and messing with a new troop. Because we do have, what's his name? He's not that good, though. Actually, we might not even mess with him now that I think about it. Probably just mess with the hero class, because this thing's actually kind of underwhelming. What we will mess with when it comes out, though, is that Zenith. The good old Zenith. Like, that's like the first thing that's going to make this thing pretty insane. Especially because we're probably getting that explodey construct weapon around the same time. And while they probably won't be used together necessarily, they're both going to be 2 really good options that will bolster how good constructs are. One being the thing that it resummons constructs while having stats effects for them, and the other one being probably the strongest construct in the entire game. There is potential that this thing will actually be stronger than Lord of Slaughter, which I'm really curious to see how that will pan out. Because it's basically Lord of Slaughter, but you do Essence of Evil against the entire enemy team at once. So it's basically Essence of Evil combined with Lord of Slaughter while using none of their color, which is actually probably the most insane thing about it. A lot of things that place random stats effects on all enemies are either green or purple. And while this one's purple, a lot of them that tend to do it in the meta right now are green. So the fact they can end up doing it and still have like no mana conflict with something like Lord of Slaughter is pretty insane. Actually, never mind. Doesn't Lord of Slaughter use red? So it has 1 mana conflict with it. With anything, that's almost a benefit. Because Lord of Slaughter covering red, that means you could use it for red Guild War Day. Yeah, you could do it for red Guild War Day. I'm not sure if you'd be able to, but that is an option. Anyways, be a funny option. On the same team with like Angry Mob as your mana accumulator. Wait. Hold up. That would actually be really funny. Wait. Let me just do, wait, really? That would actually be kind of funny. Hold up. I'm trying to think of a red-purple. Why is my brain, like, not thinking of a single red-purple troop in existence? I'm trying to think of what's her name, and I keep forgetting her name. Queen Titania. Let's see. I'm just using it as a placeholder. But wait. I just want to double-check the coloration on this. Can you actually get away with this? No, you're going to be blocked on blue. No, you'd have to do it some way else. Because you're going to be blocked on, because that'd be Zenith. That'd be Lord of then we do Lord of Slaughter, and then we have like hero mana accumulating. Oh no, we'd have to have Angry Mob. Oh no, you'd have to replace that. Yeah, you can't run Zugoff because you'd have to run Lord of Slaughter. You would then have Angry Mob. And then you'd have Hero as a construct doing something. Or is it? So if I go to Geomancer. And then we go to... Oh, the green-yellow weapon would be really cool here. So this weapon doesn't exist, but let's just say, like, placeholder. Because we know this is going to be its color. So I'm just going to put that random weapon there. So this team is Lord of Slaughter. Wrong banner as well, but Lord of Slaughter, Zenith, Angry Mob. Oh, wait, you can't because it's not red. Hold up. Yeah, you'd have to use a different one. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that. You'd have to have, like, probably the Divine one, I guess. Unfortunately, it doesn't really benefit much on the team. Oh, you could actually use Crag Hammer, which would be kind of funny. But we need, like, what, a red, blue. No. What color are we missing? We're missing something. Red, yellow. Red, yellow, explodey weapon. Yeah, it'd be Flail. But yeah, it'd be, yeah, so the only thing we're missing is Zenith then, which would go there. It'd be Lord of Slaughter, Zenith, Angry Mob, Flail, or something along those lines. You might put this in a slightly safer place to keep Zenith safe. So, like, run it Lord of Slaughter, Flail, Queen of Tanya, Angry Mob. Though you might run it like that, depending on if you're up against, like, Life and Death Weaver. Because if you're a Life and Death Weaver, you probably want Zenith in second slot. But then again, that keeps your Summoner safer. I'm not sure. It depends what you're up against. But yeah, Lord of Slaughter, Explodey Weapon, a Zenith when it exists, and Angry Mob is what that team is. This is a placeholder for Zenith. Yeah, something like that. We're not showing that team, but it's just like theory crafting on it. Anyways, we should probably go end for now. I know, come back and roll. We're still going now. I just wanted to kind of mess with that. Anyways, guys, I need sleep. I'll catch you guys later. As I mentioned, we'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, which is, what, 15 hours from now or so? And I'll catch you guys later. And we'll go more over the hero class, mess with stuff, and I don't know, maybe we'll figure out something else that we haven't actually thought of this morning. Because we'll be way more awake tonight, if nothing else. So there's probably something really obvious I didn't end up thinking of. That someone probably already mentioned in chat, and I might not have read it on accident. I'm trying to keep up with chat. But it's slightly hard to read when my eyes are not focused as much. How do you counter King Avalon? Life and Death Weaver. Oh, someone asked that earlier. Yeah, that's a really annoying team. The main way that you actually... I know they're probably not here anymore. But the main way that you actually counter Life and Death Weaver is mostly... Well, one, run your own Life and Death Weaver is a fun way to counter it. But if you can actually stun the hero class before it gets blessed is pretty good. Because you can actually just rope dart it and just tear it apart. Skull Spam's also really good against it. Once you kill out the first unit, if you can get a big Skull Spam on the enemy, as long as you're not entangled by something. Oh, then again, that team normally doesn't have entangle, so... you can just end up Skull Spamming down their Orb Weaver and then they die. Because once Orb Weaver dies, you basically win. Unless you get, like, they get, like, double resummon off a Web Spinner or something from their Weaver by double killing your last two. It's, like, the only way you lose at that point. But getting, like, a big Skull Burst on Life and Death, just kill it out all the way is generally a good way to go. That or have some kind of plan to get rid of it stealthy very quickly and then just dish it out with like rope dart or kill it quickly that way. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'll catch you guys later. I could probably keep rambling for like another hour if I just kept doing so. In the current state that I'm in right now. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later once I'm much more rested.